We'll do a test to see if the audio works.
You know what I don't like?
What?
Could you just put something up back that's not, it's reflecting, I'm afraid it's reflecting me into the screen. I just want to be comfortable. Like, I don't want to have to put on more garments. And
I'm going to go grab another pair of glasses.
That's good.
Okay.
Into the, I just want to be comfortable.
George said he's going to go grab glasses.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm going to go grab another pair of glasses.
That's good. In a while, I'll make some decaf. But not now.
Okay. It's working with audio this time.
Yeah.
So welcome to Threats from Mirkwood, the company of the Whiskey Drinking Bear. This is our Patreon game for the One Ring, where we're playing through the Darkening of Mirkwood. Apparently there was some audio issues last time where you heard me be mute. So for those of you who didn't get to hear me, you are the lucky ones. But still, it was a good story. I hope you enjoyed it. So, Mike and Mary, what happened last time?
We had a end of the year fellowship phase.
Yes, you did.
And we all went off into our own corners and then got back together at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Bree and passed the news with one of my kinsmen. That's all I remember.
Okay.
I'll remember more in time, I'm sure.
You'll remember more in time. Buried. Killing our Mirkwood, 950. You had your time with with dealing with Saruman and getting in there, and Gandalf seems to be on the upswing, and you're waiting for more news from Saruman on that. Then you get a call from the different squirrels that serve Radagast, and summoned you to visit him.
Do we get to go to Squirrel Moot?
You do not get to go to Squirrel Moot.
Aw.
You are some squirrels. You gather at the docks of Woodman Town on Midsummer's Day.
It's not exactly gather at the river, the beautiful the river, huh?
Nope.
Well, maybe Mike could remind us of some more salient details.
I couldn't find my notes. Or maybe I didn't take notes, but I did kind of remember Ella Brimborn was kind of expressing his longing to return to the Undying Lands. Seems to be a recurring theme overall.
Mm-hmm.
And go and nurse your broken heart.
Right, yeah. Because he's having troubles. Because he's having, troubles with Lorith, so.
Sorry.
So Woodman Town is... Let's draw for that.
He should maybe write songs to her, but, not like, list her name or something in the song, but,
Woodman Town is about over here in the square that I drew.
Good song can go a long way.
Oh, actually, no. It's on the map. It's right up here. Woodman Town.
So you said docks? Like there's a body of water or something there?
Yep, if you zoom in, you see a dotted line leading down from there.
Yeah. That's a river.
Do you want to show some of your awesome art that you got?
Oh, sure. I got Mary wants me to show off. Got some art from my last Dungeons and Dragons AL group. One of the players drew all group of the group of the PCs all together.
Wow, that's beautiful. That pencil.
Yeah, that's pencil art.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, does everybody show up at Woodmidtown on Midsummer's Day?
Yes.
Of course we do.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I said we would.
Just want to
Especially
make
if
sure
there's
you didn't
ale
change your
and-
mind. You gather. Well, this is the first time you've seen each other since since last year. So
How many
You all
months has it been?
gather.
Like 2? I was gonna be gone for like 2 months and then come back.
well, it's been about 6-7 months.
I think we were all in Lake Town for a short
If
while.
you were on
weren't
Lake Town, then okay, you all traveled out here together then.
we? And then we traveled out together.
Okay. So you haven't been apart, you traveled out here on your own. As you stand on the docks, you see a strange shape. A boat, it looks like, but a very strange design, emerging out of the summer mists on the dusky river. Make an awareness check.
A 19 for Ella Brimborn.
Excellent.
And a Eye of Sauron.
Eye of Sauron. Okay.
Were we riding horses again?
No, you're standing at the docks, and unfortunately, you're looking so hard at the boat that's approaching that you fall into the river.
19.
Yeah, very nice.
19. Make an athletics roll to get out of there, as you are wearing some heavy armor and are leading you right down to the bottom.
Well, what do
course
we
I am.
19 see besides
All
maybe we
right.
see him drowning?
A 13 with Tengu.
Okay, that's good enough to climb on out. The other rest of you see that the boat is a strange design emerging out of the summer mists on the dusky river. It has a high prow decorated with the carved head of a bird and low flanks swept back like wooden wings.
Well, I have Laura Varner. Would I know anything about that?
No, you would not. A
How
brown
about
sail.
Elven lore.
Elven Lord, this is the boat of Radagast,
Okay.
which I'll give you also with Arnor lore.
Okay.
A brown sail billows from its tall mast, and Radagast stands with one hand on the tiller, his staff resting at his feet. Well, welcome. It's good to see all of you.
Thank you.
Good to
That's
see
a
you.
fun boat.
How have you been?
Very concerned. Very concerned. Many things have been worrying me lately.
What kinds of concerns?
I am concerned about many of the people that are living in the forest, especially to the south of here. They are, I fear that they are being affected negatively by their proximity to Dol Guldur. I believe that there's some influence in the forest.
That's bad news.
I ask that you come with me, and we take a look at the Sorcerer's Hill, and see what we can find there. Find if there's any evidence of those denizens of the forest making rest there, or trying to learn its secrets.
That as well. but
Well, of course, I'd be happy to help.
could you devise a way? Would one of your bird friends perhaps send a message to one of my kin to meet us there, because he is a guardian as I am, and he would be good to have along in case he has deeper shadow lore than I by far.
Well, where is your kin? We're going there directly. It doesn't have much time to get there.
He won't be far from there. He's been keeping watch on that side of the wood of late. All this past year.
What is his name?
What was his name that I met just? Oh, you know what? I'll find a new one. Borwin.
Borwin? Okay. I will send a messenger out to Borwin.
Thank you.
But remember, he's going out there at his own risk.
Well, he risks such things almost daily.
He goes into Dol Guldur daily?
No, he risks being mirrored to such places. That's what he does. He keeps a watch. He probably already knows something. I didn't get to see him when I went to Bree recently. He was delayed and could not meet us, but he will be back there now, keeping watch on that edge of the forest. You'd probably met him, only you may know him under a different name.
His name is Ailron. Ailron.
Yeah, no, this is a different guy.
This is a different guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
a new guy. He couldn't meet us in Elran.
And his name is
Borwin. Borwyn. I'll add it to my backstory later.
Sure. Just adding it to my campaign notes. All right. Very well. So, anything else before we go?
Sorry.
Bless
We
you.
all the weapons
Thank you.
that we need. Not that we.
I don't know. Do you have the weapons that you need? I have my staff. I have you.
I believe I'm well provisioned.
We probably will not come upon any trouble having Wizard with us.
Oh, if only that was true. If only that was true. Trouble always seems to find where we are.
I bring trouble.
It's in your backpack.
So you get on the boat, and
And can I help him sail?
doesn't need to seem. He seems like he's done this
He doesn't need a crew.
millions times.
I just want to get more boating in.
Mm-hmm. You can row your
So-
boating to help out with
Well,
it.
it's one of my distinctive features now.
Okay.
So Radagast, can you tell us more of what you've heard of the area and some of the things that are happening?
Well, as you probably know, some years ago, a great evil was threatening to overcome Mirkwood. And then a council of the wise and powerful chose to act, and evil was banished. But even the very wise sometimes fail to see the end of all things, and something rotten might have been left to fester in the forest.
You think it's related to the spiders?
Spiders are a possibility. Well, I think what it is related to men.
Hmm.
Can I invoke my Shadow Lore to give me any kind of idea, my Shadow Lore trait?
Sure. With your Shadow Lore, you get an idea that there's a lot of problems that have gone with what the whites being stirred up and causing what had happened to Legolas, the sorcery that took down Gandalf for a couple years. That it's all seems to be tied to a central shadow as far as Radagast sees.
And then possibly it could be tied to the guy that we saved at that one ruins. You know, we had a run-in with him and his people after bringing him back as well. If it's with men,
Could be. Could it be one of the? Could one of the kings of the past have minions still there?
It is all possible. I do not know what we will find.
That's heavy news.
Have any of the people been harmed recently?
There's been word of Tyrant's Hill, of people from there charging taxes for use of the forest paths and injuring those that don't have the taxes or are unwilling to pay for it.
The King Thranduil must not be happy with that.
So that is King Thranduil is to the north, and this is more down in the Woodsman area.
Yeah.
But no, I would imagine that Thranduil is not happy at all with that.
Mm-hmm.
we ran across some of those ruffians, but we dispatched them north of here.
So it takes about a day to travel, and you don't need to make by boat, and you don't need to make any rolls for this.
We don't get seasick.
No, the boat seems much too big for the narrow river, but it somehow passes through even the thickest parts of the forest without getting caught, as if the branches parted overhead to let the mast and sails go by. Make an awareness check.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Got an 8 with a Tengu.
20.
Yep. What'd you get?
20.
18 with the Tengu.
Ella Brimborn and Lorith, you hear the sound of a woman's giggly laughter.
Woman's?
A woman's giggly laughter.
I ask about that.
Oh, you heard that too, huh? Look down in front of the boat. What do you see?
I look over the side.
Do you look over the side? You see a large silver trout swimming as if guiding the boat.
Is this a friend of yours, Radagast?
Yes, she is. She's one of the river maidens.
She looks like a trout.
She can when she wants to, and then
And
when she surfaces, if she wishes to, she can take the form of a woman.
So it would be wise not to fish in this river.
It would be wise not to fish for the when you know a river maiden is around.
Yes. Well, I don't eat fish anyway.
They're very smart. They won't go for a hook.
So I say, good morning, dear lady. I am Ella Brimborn. I appreciate you helping us along our path. And pray tell, what is your name?
A woman materializes and pulls herself up on the boat and kind of sits like this and says, "My name is Dusk Meadow. It is good to meet you, Ella Brimborn."
Dusk Meadow?
Dusk Meadow.
The pleasure is all mine in meeting you.
I don't know. I've heard great stories about what you've done, of how you've helped bring the Prince of the Elves back to life, how you've all saved Mithrandil from his coma. Are these stories exaggerated?
No.
I think in one sense they are. We're just a small
No, they are not exaggerated.
small piece or part of this story.
Your dwarf friend seems to be thinking different than you, Brimborn.
It's all true. He's just being
Well, he's in the
humble
dark
because you're so beautiful.
right now. No,
No, we've
I
been
think
able to
that,
help others as best we can.
we
Since our
played our
fellowship
part
begun. We've
in that, but
been
a
able to
lot
help
of it
all
is
people, men,
just the willingness to go
elves,
forward and
dwarves.
chance
Not so
that
much
we've
on the orcs.
succeeded. And it's been with the help of many others, such as yourself, that we've been able to achieve greatness. I think unity and working
Still
together
there, Mike?
obviously has shown to be the strength
Looks
here
like he went dark on
in
us.
solving many of these problems.
He's enchanted.
Not just individuals.
The beauty is so great, he's silenced.
I can't see George.
He always has trouble with women. Never knows what to say.
Would you tell me of your greatest exploit?
Uh-oh.
Probably our last exploit was fairly
Is she talking to me or George?
amazing.
To
Thor.
both, all of you.
Oh, okay.
When we traveled to the seas
I think Laura
in
should tell us.
in search of the Silmaril light that helped us save Mithrandir. We fought a great worm in the ocean and were able to defeat it. And then we
You're
were
a
taken
dragon
away.
slayer.
Yeah,
What's that?
on a great
Dragon slayer.
whale. On a great whale, and we're carried down into the depths of the ocean to meet one of the elven gods, and she was able to give us the light to bring home and save Mithrandir. And probably the most spectacular of our journey back was we were able to have the giant eagles come and take us to Isengard. So we were quite amazed by that journey.
That was quite a good one. I pray you may do not ask me for my last exploit personally. Well, let's just say that I played a drinking game called Moon in the Cup at Bree, and I beat every man in the place.
How do you play Moon in the Cup?
There are many, many glasses of beer involved, and
I have heard of this
a few moons
beer.
as well. I won't say more.
Okay,
It was a bit
if you insist.
rowdy.
It's so peaceful here most of the time, except for when the mutants are washed down from the mountains.
The mutants?
Mutants, horribly slaughtered and deformed creatures whose corpses come down in the river that we are riding on,
Deformed creatures.
and then they end up are washed into the black tarn.
What sort of creatures?
Mountain goats, goblins, deer, bears. Some have multiple legs, some are missing legs, some have extra eyes.
That tells us
Some
magic.
seems as if it was done by sorcery or mutation. Some looks like they were carved and re-put together from different creatures, different animals.
Someone is trying to blend creatures. That is a black evil.
Well, there is the vampire in the Mount of Mirkwood. It could be his doing. It seems a little too subtle for the werewolf of Mirkwood.
I should think so. We'll take note and keep a watch and see if we see such things. We want to examine it.
Yep. So you sail down to the Black Tarn, and Radagast disembarks on the south shore of the lake, far from the eyes of the villagers of Black Tarn Hall. And the wizard excuses himself from you, and he climbs a green hillock rising above the lake from some distance away. And when he reaches the top, he is met there by a tall, dark-haired, dusky-skinned woman in a black robe, who looks pretty similar to Dusk Meadow. And they converse for a few moments.
Pretty similar to, or it is her and it's just...
Looks like could be her sister.
Okay. So it's another trout.
Radagast returns and says, I've spoken to another river maiden, the eldest and the most powerful of the sisters. She's confirmed my darkest fears. Something is stirring in southern Mirkwood. We're going to leave the boat here. Well, now we start marching.
Very good.
Excellent.
So what is everybody taking as far as positions? Scouts, huntsmen, lookouts?
I think I'm usually the guide.
The guide? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's guiding?
Thor's going to guide.
Okay. Well, I guess I could bring up the rear.
Okay, do you want to be the huntsman? Do you want to be the lookout? Do you want to be...
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were saying those as the positions
Yeah.
of the party. What?
There's the huntsman, there's the lookout.
There's the guide.
Mm-hmm.
And what?
Huntsman, lookout, guide.
I don my elven
Alright.
cloak. You may as well,
So,
Ella
Yeah.
Brimbor.
Thor
I
is
put
the
mine
guide?
on as well.
Yes?
I'm sorry?
So Thor is the guide?
Thor is the guide.
Well, I feel like I would be the huntsman.
You're the huntsman. Ella Brimborn, what are you?
The scout, I guess.
Okay, the lookout. Alright. And so
I use my keen elven eyes.
That's cool.
the journey across Mirkwood takes 3 days. And everybody make a single...
Do we have party bennies?
Oh, yes,
Travel
you do.
roll. Travel roll.
Yes, make a single travel roll.
Well, as the guide, do you want me to make it for the party?
No, that's just for if you roll an Eye of Sauron, then I get
21
to,
with the Tengu.
choose what happens based on what you're doing. 21 with the
Okay.
Tengu, excellent. Don't forget to mark that.
Yeah.
18.
18, excellent.
I have 14 with the Tengu.
That's good. You're traveling well. Going through the dark forest. It's becoming increasingly swampy as you're going through. A lot of gulps in there, and you get it where it looks like you're going along fine at level, and then you take another step, and then it's like 4 feet
It's
deep.
like- yeah, okay.
So that kind of weighs you down a little bit, but it doesn't cause any injury or significant delays.
Mm-hmm.
4 foot, I'm pretty much underwater. You just hear gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Okay, I'm up. We're good.
Come on, Thor. You're slowing us down. Just walk where I walk. You don't see me sinking.
You travel, and you meet some travelers on the road.
Uh-huh. Who?
Ah, hail.
Do you want to ask them who they are?
Awareness to see what they look like and blah blah blah.
Sure, make an awareness.
There might be any hidden, whatever. Are they trusty?
Do we all make awareness?
If you want to.
Great. Oh, well.
15
Yes.
with the
17 with the Tengu.
10.
10? Okay. What'd you get?
tango. 15 with the tango.
With a 15, guys.
And he got more.
I got a 17
And
in
a
the Tengu.
17, they look like woodsmen that are coming from Sunsteed, which is the easternmost woodsman dwelling.
Hail, good people.
Settlement.
How are you?
Yes. I do well. I am Ilgar. And you are?
Good to meet you, Ilgar. I am Thror. Have you just come from Sunsteed?
I have. I have come to seek wisdom at Roscoble.
What beckons you to Roscoble?
We have had problems of late in the in Sunsteed. It seems that some of the barrows from where some of our forefathers were buried are now disturbed by whites. And the dead lures children and livestock into the forest, and they are never seen again.
Ooh.
We seek
Sounds-
wisdom about how to handle this.
Do you recall myself, Thror Flamestrike, and Ella Brimborn?
We have. I do recall you.
Yeah, I believe we defeated a white in your land. I thought we had resolved everything. I
So did we.
do not believe there are more.
It seems that our forefathers are unhappy and restless.
I'm sure that it's not anything your people did. It's just when these spirits find a place that they can nest, it doesn't matter who they disturb and who they hurt.
Radagast thinks and says, short of trying to go and destroy them, I would recommend going into their sense of greed. Make an offering to your of treasure to your ancestors, and maybe they will be appeased. And Ilgar says, that thought has not occurred to us. Who is this old man that you are traveling with?
This is the great Radagast.
This is Radagast?
Yes, this is the wizard that you may have seeked. This is truly his. We are his. We are lucky to be his companions.
You indeed are lucky, and I am fortunate that I have encountered you before you. Why are you traveling south? There is no good down there. There's nobody lives down there short of orcs or goblins or the men of Tyrant's Hill.
I guess I let Radagast answer if he wants to answer. I don't know how secret what we're doing is secret.
We are simply going to seek what causes the unrest down there. I sense that the unrest is growing, and we are going to find out what it is. Ilgar nods and says, "You are brave to assist him there. For all the gold in Gondor, I would not make this journey."
You've good heart. There are always people keeping watch on the shadow, though you may not see them.
I will take heart, and if you, with your leave, I will turn around and return with this news to Saelwyn, our leader in Sunsteed.
Yes. And I also want to keep your children under a tighter watch. Perhaps if they are
the mothers
spent in
have
school,
already made sure of that.
That's good. I wish them well.
May I teach you the rhyme of lore of Radagast to teach your children and family before you leave?
I would be honored.
So I recite that. I recite it for him, the one I had composed. So
Okay. And he says, I will teach these to the children and to all the families.
So I'll just start it out, but I'll stop. Radagast the Brown is an odd mage, birds in his hair and smells of sage. Once of the Mayor, Elwendil, who took his path from the Undying Lines to save Anarath.
I have a feeling that you were making fun of me a little bit during that.
Yes, but it does describe you, Radagast. It does describe your jovial nature and what most people see as you. It is a true description of your communing with nature at all times.
You're lucky you have found a light-hearted wizard. I would dare somebody to try to do that to Saruman.
He has not your peculiar charms. In fact, he
Yes.
has little charm to recommend.
If you noticed, I haven't written a rhyme of lore of Saruman yet.
Yeah, he doesn't really like us on his lawn.
Right, that's true. The last time we went there, we were kicked out.
Doesn't like birds too much either. Especially the large ones.
I guess, yeah, maybe the eagles pooped on his tower on the way in.
But Ilgar, please give our best to Seowin. Maybe he remembers us.
I am certainly that he does.
If you are in need of more people and there is an opportunity for you to accept some of the folks from farther north, I may be able to convince them to come to live in your area if there is value in that.
I will do so. It is a beautiful area in Sunsteed. It is provided for us well as far as farmland. It is provided well for us as far as lumber to build our lodges. I would hate to be driven from it by the unrest of the undead.
They are farther east there, where that yellow block is.
Yes,
Yes.
that's where Sunsteed
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, when they're out of earshot, I say to Radagast, that is ill news. Maybe we are basically going and reaching the same type of conclusion, like you mentioned, that the dead are awaking from the barrows.
Perhaps, or it could simply be a small uprising that a nice treasure will appease.
Sooner or later, we must go and.
Don't always jump to the worst.
Is this the way of things, that the whites will come forward seeking treasure time and again?
Some of the weaker ones will. They will come because that they are greedy spirits. They are the spirits of greedy men inhabiting the kings of old, and they simply want something shiny. And that will appease them for a time. And by a time, could be a couple 100 years.
Sooner or later, my kin will have to clear the whites out. but
Sooner or later.
to do it now.
But there are other
Would be to
things,
tip our hand.
other things in here. We don't need to be distracted 10 different ways.
You are right.
Well, then we must carry on.
Okay. On the third day that you set out, you spot a tall tower rising above the treetops on a distant hill. Smoke climbs from many chimneys, and the tower is clearly inhabited.
Do we know, Radagast, bless you. Radagast, do you know who lives here?
This
Or do we
is Tyrant's
recognize
Hill.
Tyrant's Hill.
Tyrant's Hill.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we have
And we've been here before.
we have been in that keep before.
And what did you see when you were there?
We saw what I believe was the enslavement of women and children at that time by the lord of the keep. That's what I believe I was seeing.
Yeah, they
I
were
was seeing-
taking in men and women and children to arm them as soldiers, and they were not treating them kindly.
They were putting people in situations where they were becoming indentured.
And the reality might be that we are their enemies because we did not leave on good terms. In fact, we had rescued one of your folk at the time, if you recall, and he either yours or maybe it was Lorith that escaped their dungeons. So we may be wanted by whoever's in charge there now. I'm assuming it's still the same people.
So we must move stealthily through this area.
Very much so.
Yes.
So this is a prolonged task requiring 5 successes before 3 failures to sneak past Tyrant's Hill. How do you can use any skills that you want. You can use any strategies that you want.
I'd just like to use my travel skill, since we're well cloaked, to find the best route around where we're avoiding people and any kind of activities.
You're gonna scout? Do it, yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yes, word.
The travel gives us another.
A Gandalf with, I guess that'd be a total of 22.
With a Gandalf's success, you scout on trails that do not lead all right toward there, as many of the trails do try to go up to the front gates of Tyrant's Hill. By traveling this way, you've reached a stream that you need to cross in order to get through. And there are trees with limbs that reach part of the way across. How do you get across?
Can we
You
do
should
a
get a bit of
battle
bonus
roll first to
for knowing
see
the
if
area.
if we can get a
You do.
bonus to go? Okay.
Well, he scouted the path.
Right? But you gotta figure out how to the path leads across the stream.
I didn't get any Tengus.
Did you get a success?
No, I didn't. I was doing a battle roll to use the dice to help us if I rolled for like athletics or something.
Okay. So it won't
No.
come
So I
into
didn't
play.
get any bonuses. So I can do an athletics. I have 2. Anybody else want to try something different?
I got a 3 in athletics.
Okay.
How are you gonna get across? Are you gonna be skipping stones? Are you gonna be swimming? Are you going to be
How deep is it?
leaping from trees? It looks to be about 3 feet deep, but it's 3 feet deep, but pretty swiftly moving.
Well,
I'm gonna try to leap from tree to tree, or
Then we trip.
Okay.
I guess I'll ask for a rope if you get across.
Yeah, I'll take her. I got rope with me, and I'll
About
leap.
15 feet across.
I'll leap from tree to tree and try to give them a path with a rope to help them get across.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should tie a rope from one end to another, and then we can walk across holding the rope so that we don't get.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tie the rope around my waist in case I fall in the water. They'll be able to retrieve me.
Sounds good. I'll hold the rope.
And this wouldn't be visible from the keep, would it?
No, you are out of view of the keep right now.
Good.
You want me to roll athletics?
Yeah,
to,
roll athletics.
27 with Tengu.
Whoa.
Describe your amazing athletics performance there.
So yeah, he basically just walks across the narrowest branches. You wouldn't even think they bend, and when they bend, he kind of Elebrimborn kind of springs off of them to the next one, kind of like a squirrel, and grabs on and starts running up the next branch and kind of jumps kind of sideways off a trunk, pushing one foot off a trunk onto another branch, and leaps over there, and you can't even hear it. It sounds like a squirrel running from branch to branch. It's barely audible. All right, well, just follow me, guys. Just do what I did.
I look like Chestnut.
You're gonna follow through the trees or follow across the river?
Yeah.
I'll follow across the river.
Really funny, Elebrimborn. Really funny.
You
Or
would be
you-
welcome
or
at
use this
Squirrel
rope.
Mood, Elebrimborn.
I got a hold of the rope and I jerk him down.
Brimborn slides into the river.
There you go.
And he forgets his name.
And I'll,
Sweet.
I guess
Yeah,
I'll
that's
use the
No,
rope.
you
to
don't.
go
You don't
across.
need a rope for once the rope's across.
All right, very good.
Well, you were almost as quiet as a hobbit.
Ah, yes. Well, Bilbo has taught me some of his secrets.
Mate, you don't even need to make an awareness roll. You hear the sound of wagons coming, and men yelling, and children screaming.
Uh-oh.
Hide.
My ire
Hide.
is up again.
We need to take cover.
Can I use my
someplace where we can
quick
see.
of hearing feature to
Okay.
be able to discern whether it is a pleasant type of thing or an evil?
It doesn't sound pleasant.
It is. You don't even need that. It's a very unpleasant thing.
All right.
So
Do
need
we
to take
have a
cover.
feel for how many people? How many men?
Probably about half dozen men,
I say let's just
and a bunch of
stop this
and
wagon and free
probably
those
twice
people.
as many kids.
We need to wait till they pass, and then take out. Then take out the
We've taken down
dangerous ones.
dragons. We can stop this bandits. Free these kids.
Yes.
Maybe I should move ahead of them in case they try to make a run for it.
Well,
Why
they're
don't you
coming.
go
They're
ahead
coming
and-
your way.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
My
So we're in
thought is
front of
that
them?
we take cover, wait till the caravan is almost past, and then fall upon the captors from behind.
Okay. Well,
Radagast, do you have a strategy that might work best here?
I'll move a little forward then from where you guys are going to
you
spring
go
on
ahead,
them.
and then we can be behind, and then we'll
Yes.
have them both ways.
Why don't I just stop them and you guys can be in the trees?
Huh?
You want to stop them and then be in the tree, and everybody else be in the
Everybody
trees.
else can be in the trees. I can stop them. We can take inventory and see if we can find a way to free these children. I can
Well,
always ask.
They won't be alone. I mean, there's captors among them. The question is how many. If we let them
I guess
pass, we'll
is
know.
that I can draw their attention towards me, and maybe you can go and cut the children free, and they can at least get away in the woods. Just a thought.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but because we're so close to the keep, we're going to need to take out the captors no matter what. Before anything else, because otherwise they can they'll be alerted to our presence at the keep.
They'll definitely come up towards me to capture me if they recognize who I am.
Well, that's true. They may.
So, your call.
Do that.
We can all wait in the woods, or I can stop them.
Radagast looks and says, "What are they doing?"
They're taking these people to work as slaves for them in their evil work. As before.
And these are the people that are in our neighborhoods?
Yes.
Yes. They force their children and anyone to work in their armies.
To work.
They're forced to conscription.
He just looks and shakes his head.
Is there aught that you can do to help us fight?
Oh, I might know a trick or two that I've learned over the years.
Well, then in your own time, I guess you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so. Alright, so, Brimborn's going ahead up the trees. Thor, you're going to go out in front, and I'm going to come up from behind. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Sounds good. Radagast, where would you like to be?
Radagast will meet Thor up front.
Okay. And we will hold our position while you
must take them out before they come
yourselves
close to the keep and are invisible from the keep. The keep must never know that this has been thwarted.
Lorith, make a stealth roll to get around them.
That's 14 with the Tengu.
14 with the Tango. That's good. You get past.
Okay.
I just have my mattock on my shoulder.
Okay.
Not trying to be too threatening.
Halt! In the name of Tyrant's Hill. In the name of Mogrid. Demand that you get out of our way. We are bringing these trainees in to be trained as soldiers. You are obstructing us in our mission to secure Mirkwood.
Awareness rolls.
We're just standing here.
Captors are among them.
Didn't
There
know
are
we were
6 children.
obstructing.
I said captors.
Why are you
6.
Why do
Garrett,
these children look like we've
captors.
captured them?
How many captors? People who captured them?
Yes.
6.
Okay. You said there's 6 kids, and then you said
No, there's like 12 kids.
Okay. 6 people among them.
Yes.
And they're talking now to Brimbor.
They're talking to Thor and Radagast.
Radagast, and I'm behind them.
Yes.
Can I take an arrow while they're doing this speech? And
You sure can.
uh-oh. Somebody else has got a weapon. Hang on a minute. Let me fight these terrible people, and then I'll feed you. Okay? Oh, that's not good. Okay. I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
2 1s and 2. Your arrow goes wide. They don't even notice.
Good. Okay.
So again, I ask, why are you taking these children as slaves? What kind of men are you?
We are securing the forest for the likes of you. It takes
With children.
You gotta to train them from a young age.
I tell you what, if I give you some gold, will you let them go and let me have them?
That will not. Gold will not secure the forest. And they begin drawing swords.
While they're doing that,
You really want to
Alright.
do that?
Arrow, can I start coming up from behind to cut the children free?
Well, the children are in the middle.
Okay.
Are you not
So
a
can
man
I
enough
start coming
to
up from
fight
behind?
me,
Mhm.
man, mano a mano?
Okay. And I'm
I say
coming
the
up
It's
leader.
just a dwarf and an old man. We have no problems with that. And Radagast says, yes, just an old man. And a bunch of birds fly out of a tree and completely surround the leader who's approaching him with his sword, and the guy completely blinded.
Okay.
This
How
seems
many
like
men
a
are
good
on
symbol.
horses? How many of the 6 are on horses?
The first 2 were on horses, but they got off the horses to deal with you.
Right.
Okay, they did get off their horses. Okay.
So, tell me.
Because I don't
tell me
want
the
anybody to
circumstances.
get on the horses, so I'm going to
So
go
there are
for
2
a
guys
woman.
that were just got off the horses that were approaching. One of them who approached Radagast is surrounded in birds and is blinded. There are 4 guys in the rear of the cart.
Okay. So I can
Oh,
come
4
up
in the
from
rear? Okay,
and
well
hit
then
one
I'll attack the one in the front.
before we're in,
There, the square is the cart. It's a smaller version.
Can I come up from behind and hit one with my sword before we're in formal before they're aware?
You, Radagast kind of triggered formal combat.
Okay. But they don't know I'm there.
They don't know you're there. But if you want to use your sword, I will let you have opening volleys.
Yeah.
If you want to fire one more time. You and Illibrimbor.
Okay, I don't understand. If you want to use your sword.
I mean, if you want to use your bow,
Okay.
you can
All
fight.
right. I will. I'll use my bow. One more time.
14.
14. Let's see. Let's see. That hits.
14 also.
That hits.
5 damage
5 damage.
to someone in the cart.
Same thing, 5 damage. I have to go and feed my cat. I'll be right back. But I also did 5 damage to
Okay.
to the one most behind.
To the one most behind. Okay.
Yeah.
And what stance do you guys want to take?
Rearward.
Rearward? Thor, what do you want to take? Oh, he dropped. And Mary headed out. We'll get George back. I think we'll get George back. Don't you get like 2 rear opening volleys, Ella Brimborn?
I do, yeah. I mean, I don't, I don't normally, I feel greedy taking it, but I know it's the rules. The second shot is a 22 with a Tengu.
22 with the Tengu, that hits. What's the damage?
So that would be another 5. Does the Tengu doesn't add anything?
Yeah, that adds your body to it.
Body. Okay, so that would be 10.
That adds 10.
Same guy I hit before.
Same guy, so he's down to 1 point.
There's Thor.
Oh,
Thor,
alright.
what stance do you want to take?
If there's only one guy around me, I'll be in forward. Otherwise, I'll be in open.
And forward, okay.
Okay.
There's two guys. One of them is blinded right now by Radagast's thing.
All right, then I will fight the other. And looks good. I got an 8, 14, 26, 31, 3 Tengus.
Whoa. Okay.
But I did not get edge.
That's an epic success.
Oh, I didn't get edge, though. I just got
That's
3
fine.
Tengus.
That's like 3 times your body.
Okay. So that would be...
He rolled 3 sixes.
18 plus 10, 28.
28 points of damage.
Jeez.
You go in with there and you crack his head open and it explodes all over the cart.
Yuck.
The kids are screaming.
Of course they are. Sorry, children, look away.
They're screaming with joy, right? It's like a piñata.
Some are in joy,
It's the
some are in
pinata
horror.
we've ever seen. No one wants a piece of that candy.
Lorith, what stance do you want to take?
Well, I was rear, but I'm going to use my longsword now, so...
You want to be open or forward?
Open.
Open, so you're next.
Okay. What happened to the one I shot?
He took a few points of damage.
Okay, I'll get up to him and I'll slice him as much as I may. With my newly improved longsword skill. Come on, don't brag. A little better. Okay, that's getting there. Thank you. Nice. Okay, that is... Alright, 10, 15, 16, 19 with the Tengu.
19 with the Tengu. That hits. What's damage plus body?
Damages 7 plus 8, 15.
15. He's dead. You stab him right in the back.
You don't stab with a longsword, okay?
You slice.
You stab with a dagger. You go and cut his spine open with a longsword.
That's what
you
I
do.
want to hear.
That's right.
Okay.
Stab.
Ella Brimborn?
I will shoot the guy that I've shot before. That will be a
Longsword skill.
20.
Put a thing, huh?
20
for
hits.
20 for 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage, and that arrow goes through his throat, and he drops.
So you don't get to put one for for weapon skills. You don't get to put a mark.
No,
Okay.
because it's a different thing for buying.
That's fine.
Radagast looks at the guy in front of him, and Radagast kind of taps his foot as if listening to some weird music, and the ground suddenly opens up as a bunch of moles have hollowed out the ground underneath which the guy is standing, and he falls up to his waist in a hole.
Oh, good. Now his head is perfect for...
Their turn. On his turn, he climbs out of the hole. That's his action. These two back here are going to attack Lorith. Sword 3. $19 to hit you.
I don't know. My parry is 4.
Your
I have
parry is
shield of
4. You go there, so 13. Yes, that'll hit you. That's damage plus body and or attribute. So that's 3 plus 5, 8 points of damage. Other one comes swinging at you. That's 23 points of damage.
Whoa.
That's not 23 points of damage. That's 23 to hit you.
Oh, Jesus, Garrett.
Sorry. That is 2 Tengus, so that's 6 plus 5, 11 points of damage.
Can I soak it?
You could do a fallback where you kind of get pushed back, but you lose your next action.
How much
I'd
damage
do
would it be
that.
otherwise?
11 points of damage.
Yeah,
I don't
I'd
know
fall
how much I
back.
can take. I have no idea how much I
There's only 3 left.
Once your endurance is dropped to 0, you're
can take. Oh, okay,
unconscious.
so it's off endurance. Okay. So how much was it?
11.
I'll take the damage. I'm gonna die next turn. Wanna rub it. So that's...
Okay. And what stances do you guys want to take?
I'm going,
Elebrimborn will take a forward stance.
So will I.
He's going to draw his sword and charge.
So am I.
Okay. Thrower, you're first.
I am going to go open, and I wanted to.
Oh, you're going open, so the others will go first then.
Yeah.
What is your wisdom, Lorith?
I'm sure it's less than Elebrimborn's. 3.
3. And what is your wisdom, Elebrimborn?
3.
Okay.
3. Who wants to go first?
Well, is he in front? He's dealing with the one in front, right?
Yeah, he's going to be dealing with the one in front.
I'll let Lorith go first.
Okay. The one who dealt me the biggest damage?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. 21 to hit.
That hits. Any 6s in there?
Yep.
All
Oh,
right.
no, you mean a tango? No.
Yeah, no Tengus.
No tangos.
Okay. What's the damage?
Does that hit with body too?
Nope. If there's no Tengus.
Okay. 7.
7 points of damage. Okay. You swing and slash him across the thigh. That's your turn. Now we go to Elebrimborn.
All right, I draw my sword and I want to run forward singing a song of the Rangers of the North to inspire Lorith to try to help her get some lost endurance back.
Ooh.
So you roll your song.
And I'm trying to move up and trying to call notice to myself so that hopefully the guys will try to attack me.
He's
But
trying to protect me.
all right,
Man.
well,
No, it's all right. Do what you do. You know, you just.
well, this might play out well for me. I got an Iosauron.
Oh no.
I have Sauron. You do not inspire Lorith, but you do hear over this. They hear shouts of "Kill the pointy-eared."
Which one?
And now that let's see, that's your turn. So they both run up to attack Elebrimborn.
Oh, that's convenient.
Should they move after me?
Oh yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. Sorry.
No problem.
So actually,
just not used to you
I went to
going
open.
last.
I was going to inspire the children to remain calm and rally their efforts so they weren't afraid, and obviously inspire Lorith as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do the. But I will change my plan since Elebrimborn ran past me. I will go ahead and step up, I guess, to this one here, and attack the one right above Elebrimborn.
Okay.
Alright, so that's a Tengu, 16, 22, 25 with a Tengu.
Woo.
Yeah, body plus damage.
So that's 16. Oh, actually, I hit edge.
Okay. Let's see.
So,
Their
my
armor
entries
to
in
2 plus
18.
2. 18.
18 makes it, and I do 18 damage.
18,
16,
and they
16
don't
damage.
survive
Sorry.
that.
16 damage. Sorry, not 18 damage.
They still don't survive that.
Okay.
Radagast on his turn. He has a snake appears in the pit. Actually, several snakes, and they wrap around the guy in front of Radagast and pull him into the hole, and he disappears.
I shout back to Radagast. We may want to interrogate him.
Oh,
If
he'll
you
be
can.
coming to you.
Okay.
One guy left, and he attacks Elbrimborn, and he'll try to do a disarming strike. And he rolls a Gandalf symbol automaticness.
Yay!
Next round.
Who wants to change stances?
Not me.
I'm staying the same.
So I'll go forward, and I wanted to inspire this round the children.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll your inspire.
All right. Oop. So Tingu 16 with the Tingu.
The children start fighting and smashing the sides of the wooden cart and break out.
Okay. And then Lorith, I guess you get 3 endurance points back.
Get 3 endurance back, Lorith.
Nice. Thank you.
So I wasn't trying to appease you for that. It was more for the children, just letting you know.
And Lorith or Elbrimborn, who wants to go?
I'll let
First,
Lorith go first.
Oh, okay. All right.
One
So
guy
there's
left.
Guy left. I'll go for him. See what I can do.
He's fresh.
I hope he's fresher than my dice. Not as fresh as my dice. My dice are not doing that great. Like, no, it's all right. Come on, Gandalf, come on. No, that wasn't Gandalf. All right, 12.
12. That hits.
Okay, 7.
7 points of damage.
Mickey, what are you doing?
Yes, mine moosed. No, that is not yours.
Alright, so you slash at him and cut him in the shoulder. That brings us to Elbrimborn.
Elbrimborn raises his sword and goes down to slash at the guy and says, "Don't ever come between an elf and his true love. I mean friend, companion." That's a 14.
14 hits.
All right. That would be 7 damage.
Ella Brimborn, I didn't know you cared so much about me.
Yes. That's what I meant. And Laura, it's my friend too.
As you get caught up in correcting yourself, your swing falters and you miss cutting him in a vital area. He's still standing, and he goes after you and goes, "And I might come between, but you will fall down dead."
Really?
That's a 16. What's your parry, Elbrimborn?
7.
That's going to hit you.
Uh-oh.
5 plus attribute bonus. That's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
I have drawn your blood. A hole appears in the ground behind the cart, and the other guy shows up, restrained by the snakes.
Oh, okay.
Restrained by the wrists or what?
Wrapped around his legs.
Okay.
They dragged him by the legs.
Okay. So he's being dragged underground by the legs by snakes. Death will be a mercy to him. Where is he behind? Who's he behind?
He's near you, but not as close as the guy that you and Ella Brimborn have been tag teaming.
Okay.
You know who wants to change? So he wants to go next.
Stance.
Wants to change stance. Anyone?
No, I'm good.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Thor, you're up.
All right, I will. Is the guy that had the snakes, is he incapacitated or is he?
He is restrained. You get a +4 bonus to attacking him.
Okay, so basically, I want to. Can I disarm him? No, that's a
called shot.
called shot. Okay, I'll try a called shot to disarm him, so he can't really do anything since he's already restrained. Got the Tengu, got edge, so I think I'm successful on my called shot with a, what is that, 27?
Yeah, that's successful.
And a Tengu.
And 3, 6, 8. 8 versus your injury.
My injury is 18.
So, yeah. He is taken out.
Okay. I didn't want to kill him, I just wanted to take out his
You took out his weapon, but you also chopped off his hand.
Ah, okay. That'll work. I knew a guy that got his hand chopped off.
Ooh.
He now has a golden hand.
Sorry.
Laura,
sorry,
Ella
another
Brimborn.
world.
You want to go first this time, Ella Brimborn?
No, you can go.
Okay. I want to finish this guy off once and for all. I really do.
Thor to finish the guy that you were working on.
Okay, then I'll get the snake guy.
Okay. Oh wait, no. That was Thor got the snake guy, so you do have your other guy. Yeah.
Well, that's promising. That's very promising.
Yeah, I guess that was down here.
Here's our dog came in to.
And okay, I've got 2 Tengus
Where are you?
plus 7.
12 plus 7, 19. Okay. 2 times your body plus your damage.
Okay, well, that's... Sorry. 23.
And how do you want to do this?
Okay.
Sit.
You are
Remember,
not
he
coming
just
between
hit Ella
anyone
Brimborn.
and
Remove.
their
No.
loved ones again. And I look at the children, and I just swap his friggin' head off.
Okay. You have one guy who's unconscious and bleeding out because of his chopped off hand.
I try to do healing on him to stop the bleeding.
Well, first we'll have to tie him up.
Well, you guys can tie him up while I'm trying.
Radagast says, "Tie him
him.
up. I think I can. Take care of this."
Snake him.
I'll tie him up.
I'll
But
gag
you
him
have time.
just so
if
he
you're,
can't
if you're better
scream.
at tying, I'm not great at tying, probably. Well, I am.
You can
I do
take-
have boating, but
He opens a jar full of leeches and begins applying leeches to the guy.
That's it. He didn't lose enough blood.
They're good leeches.
After that gets started, I'm gonna try and gather the children and calm them down and say
Where are
we
the
will
children?
return
The
you
children
to your
have
family.
fled into the woods.
Do not worry. Oh, they all fled into the woods.
Yep, you inspired them to bust out.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I hope
All
they'll
right.
be okay there by themselves.
So
They're
maybe
gonna start
I'll
their own musical.
walk a ways into the woods then after them and just call to them and say it's okay. The bad men have been put down.
You hear a
If
distant
you-
voice go, "Thank you."
Do you want us
I
to
hope
help
you
you
know your
return
way
to your
home.
homes?
We can make it.
Okay.
You sure? Do you want some food? I can give you some food before you leave.
Then suddenly a few faces appear in the bushes, and
Okay.
followed by a couple hands.
Okay. So I give them some rations and do they look old enough like they could make their way home, or do I think they really need help?
Nah, there's a couple of them that are in the mid-teens.
Okay. Do you want to take some of the weapons from the others in the horses? We will not need them where we are going.
Probably a little much for them, but if they want to lead them.
A couple of them know how to use horses. They're working on farms.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to ride them with a bunch of other little guys with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the kids can ride the horses, and they can lead the horses walking. So
they could put one in
and
the
horses
back
will
and
have
the
saddlebags
front.
that have some extra provisions on too, and maybe even money. Who knows?
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
They could put the little ones that can't walk up on the horse and then lead the horse, and that'll speed up their travel home.
Take care of
I just asked them to come with me to get the horses, and you can take the horses and put the little ones on the horses and get some rations to make it home.
Ella Brimborn touches the horses' foreheads and talks to them using the speakers to tell them to be gentle to the children, and they will find a new home and be well taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I ask if they're from Sunstead or some other places.
We're from some farmsteads and wood towns not too far from here.
Okay, then you should make it home, and once you do, I would chase the horses away so they aren't near your homes.
Okay, we'll do that.
Or have a good dinner.
A couple of them smile and go, I think we'll eat well tonight.
Horse is a delicacy in some places.
They'll probably.
You just made me lie to those horses.
Carrie, the kids they're not going to chase them away. Those horses are valuable.
I just said they'd be well taken care of. I didn't say they'd be well cooked.
So they'll trade them away fast so that they don't get tracked back. If the horses get away, they might just go paddling home to their own paddock anyway.
Right.
Because horses do that.
Okay.
But anyway, so what you do with the guy? Hide him under the broken cart a ways away and let him suffer, or what?
No,
Radagast looks at you a little bit shocked when you say that.
I don't mean let him suffer. I mean let him wait for us until. I mean, if we have to check this out, we're not going to let him run free.
I don't think we have to worry much. The leeches are going to suck the rest of the blood out of it. It's all good.
They're good leeches. They're so they can reattach his hand at the hospital.
I meant let him suffer the wondering what will happen to him, as those children must have.
Radagast removes the leeches, and it looks like he's kind of barely conscious, and he's not bleeding out by the hand anymore.
Yeah.
What do you wish us to do with him, Radagast?
I'll let you all interrogate him. I'm too angry.
I would say to leave him for his friends to find him.
Well, we don't want.
Though that might be a cruel fate, for he's lost what he was sent out for.
Well,
he'll probably be made to pay for that.
And he doesn't have a hand anymore, so he's not going to be that useful.
Well, we don't want him to.
And he can show back up, and we'll know it's him because he doesn't have a hand.
Well, so he will report what he sees.
Yeah.
So
what I would say is we can leave him loose. Well, let's interrogate him. Do we want to ask any questions about Tyrant's Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have they gotten stronger, or are they weaker, or have they been having skirmishes
How many are there?
with evil, or have they taken into league with evil? Those kinds of questions I would see if Radagast can get out of him. Since
do they know anything of the werewolf? The werewolf. What are the plans of the master of Tyrant's Hill?
While we're interrogating him, can somebody heal me a little bit?
Sure, I can heal.
It's been long enough that you get your heart value back in endurance points.
Okay. So that still leaves me 10.
Okay, I got a 16, but no Tengus.
I got an 8 with a Tengu in healing.
Okay. That's gonna be... You get 8 points back between them.
Okay, well, that's good. Then
Good.
I'm only down 2. That's respectable.
Did you get damaged, Ella Brumborn?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Okay. All right, now we'll try again.
Like 8 points or something, right?
Oh, better. I got 2 Tengus, and that's 12, 18, 5, 23 with 2 Tengus.
You get 9 points back.
Excellent. Thank you, Thror. You are a master healer.
Thank
Yes,
your
indeed.
kinsmen. They were the ones who helped train me.
Elven healing is the best.
Yeah. Well, you like those berries.
Yes. If you look what oh well, that hasn't happened yet. All right.
So you're going to interrogate this guy?
Yes. We ask him if he knows anything about the werewolf and what's the intentions of their master currently.
I'm gonna use my
The werewolf is to the north, but we're safe in Tyrant's Hill, and we're making the South Mirkwood safe by our patrols, keeping the werewolf away from here.
Safe for who?
Safe from everybody who lives here, including those who rejected Mulgrid from his proper area at the Folkmoot.
I suppose the children you were bringing to slavery were safe.
They weren't being brought to slavery. They were going to be trained to be soldiers, to
That
better
is
able to
slavery.
protect.
They did not choose to be soldiers for you.
They were inscripted.
They were children.
They
They
were.
should be
pointless
playing
to
with
talk to
chickens.
them about this.
These are not times for playing with chickens. These are times for learning the art of war.
Well, perhaps you weren't one of the ones to teach them.
It is my duty to bring them in.
Well, then you failed in your duty. How does that feel?
That you should drive a sword through me. Mulgrid will make me suffer greatly for this, and I will wish that I was dead.
Well, you can tell him that Thror Dragonslayer has taken your hand. You should be so lucky.
Then you shall be so lucky as I give your name. And he spits at the dwarf.
I drop my helm and scare the crap out of him.
Make an arrow.
I did with a Gandalf and a Tengu.
Oh, nice.
He pisses himself.
Keep a civil tongue in your head, or it may be taken from you.
It will be taken from me. My tongue, my fingers, my feet will be taken.
So who has
Mulgrid will make a
Mogrid?
spectacle of my failure.
Perhaps
Who has Mogrid now come in league with?
Mulgrid is his own leader. He leads great soldiers in great conquests to fight the orcs that roam the forest.
He's too weak to fight alone. He's not one to lead men. He's always been led by others.
He is strong.
Does he have a hidden
You have been
weakness?
fooled, and I
He
see
has
that
no
nothing we
weakness.
say will change your mind.
He's
Which
a
is
coward.
fine.
He stabbed his own brother in his back.
How would you know of such things? How do I know that you're not lying?
We rescue
not.
children. You know that we are good at heart. Why would we need to lie about your pathetic leader?
If it wasn't for us, he would be dead. Through our kindness is the only reason that he appears. He is a weak individual. Go back and tell all your. For if we come forth, we will destroy you all. Go back and tell your men. That
I will tell
Roar,
them, and they will be on the lookout for you.
And Elebrimborn and Lorith are watching them.
You are dead, men and women. You are dead. You just don't know it yet.
Perhaps
You have made powerful enemies.
I laugh at you. We have wiped our boots with your garrison that we've met up on the roads. They go back, and I'm sure they come back and tell you tales of how they soiled their small clothes.
Tell Mulgrid if he takes any more children, we will come and take his head.
I'm gonna pull
I will tell,
aside,
and he will laugh, and before he tortures me.
Elebrimborn, I pull you aside and say, he knows that if he goes back, he's going to be tortured and probably killed. Perhaps we can turn him to our use, and then he'll run free. Yes, he'd probably be a brigand or a beggar eventually, but maybe not. Maybe we can get some very useful information about the weaknesses of the keep from him for a price, and setting him free when we come back from there.
I have no opposition to this.
Okay, we come back.
Okay.
You say you know that if you go back, if you go and make your report, it's all up with you.
It is the price of failure.
What if you could get a different price in exchange for useful information?
And I would still have my honor if going back and giving my life and giving my report.
You
Siding with you, I would have no honor.
You'd have a chance to gain honor in another way by making amends for the things that you've done.
Mogrid would find me. He would kill me no matter what. He will find me.
We could contrive that he would think you were dead.
You will not succeed. I would rather face my fate knowingly as a man.
So you won't give us any information about the keep?
Go forward toward the keep. See what happens to those that speak out against Mogrid.
We've spoken out against him before, and still we are here.
Your time is short.
Perhaps. Well, he refuses to cooperate, so I guess we'll have to tie you up and leave you here while we do our business. And if we don't return, then whatever takes you will take you. However, I think we'll do you the favor of not leaving you on the ground. We'll tie you and hang you from a tree branch. That way, you'll be out of the reach of, raccoons.
I ask Radagast if he can do anything to him to make him forget the last 24 hours.
Well, I would need a couple potions. I would need some mushrooms. I would need some things that I have back at my house.
At your house. Okay. Nothing here, though?
I couldn't do it on the fly out here.
Okay.
It would take hours.
It's fine. I just wanted the children to have a chance to get away.
Perhaps we could tie him tight.
If they go back to their homes and he's free, they'll know where to go find the children.
No, he's
I don't mind taking him with us. We can always use a scout, especially in barrows.
I think we'd be better leaving him here until we come back, and then, you know.
Okay.
maybe
My only thought
start-
was is if we take him with us for several miles, that's several miles he has to travel.
Yeah, and then we can tie him up there. I search him and search all his pockets and belongings for any orders or anything like that, keys or anything of importance or weapons, hidden weapons or whatever.
We're not gonna go. We're just passing by.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
You
I
get
thought
all
we
his
were
stuff.
planning
You
on
get his
checking-
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we could take him with us. You know.
He
Treasure.
has a
Was there any
sword.
treasure on anyone? We'll give it to the kids. You know, any treasure on any of the guys or whatever, or the
Yeah,
leader,
we
we'll
did
give it to
that.
the kids.
They just have a couple silver each.
Yeah, we just give it to the children to take back to the village.
And if we take him with us, even when we leave him, we don't have to untie him. We can let the moles do it a piece at a time.
I do ask the children, did any of you come willingly, or were you all taken from your
My
homes?
father gave me to them.
Did he have a choice?
Yeah, they would burn his farm down if they didn't give me to him.
That's no
Okay.
choice.
That's not a choice.
And you have to forgive your father someday. No one should face such a choice. Without the farm, how would he feed you?
I don't know how he would get by.
Exactly. It wasn't your father's fault. It's the fault of these people.
So when you
Thinking of the
return
rich.
to your homes, make sure that you stay hidden if any strangers come to town, come to
Okay,
your homes.
we will do that.
They will not know to take you again. So maybe find some hiding places under your homes or out in the woods, just someplace you can hide when strangers.
Tell them that Morgrid already came to your village and took all the children.
We will tell. We will tell. We will tell our parents too.
Okay. Then do we want to just leave him here tied up, or do we want to take him with
take
us?
him, way down the road and then tie him up, and I can ask a couple squirrels to chew at his ropes.
Slowly.
Yeah.
A couple hours after we're gone.
After
Okay, you
after-
can chew. You can chew it nuts,
after
too.
20 acorns have fell, they can start chewing at his ropes.
Just tell the squirrels there's some acorns in his pants. It's all good.
Right.
That's funny. That's a good plan.
And then once we're clear of him, we'll ask Radagast, are we going to Tyrant's Hill or we're going to Guldur?
Dol Guldur?
Oh, Guldur.
We're going on to Dol Guldur.
Excellent.
Something must be done about this keep eventually, but it would take more than what we have here.
He goes, but should we go on to Dol Guldur? After what we've seen? All the evil that there is here?
We need to know if Dol Guldur is the source or not, and who is there.
But there's such evil in the forest, such evil that these men have done.
They're true believers. You heard his faith. He believes in his leader. He thinks his leader is doing good, making peace by taking children and forcing them to be cannon fodder.
They do not. He said that they fight the orcs and they are not in collaboration with the werewolf. They actually fear the werewolf.
So they're a different faction. They're evil, but they think they're doing good. That's almost the worst kind.
I do not like this.
we
I
need
do
to
not.
know.
I do not like what this has been brought. What I have seen.
Well, that's what happens when the shadow comes, isn't it?
You
Yeah,
want
they
us
fight
to
among
take?
themselves in odd
Would you
ways. We need
have
to
us challenge their leader now?
No, we don't have enough. We need to go on to Dol Guldur as we planned and find out what's there, and if that's the source of this discord.
We could maybe gather able men from Roscoble and Sunsteed and the woodsman people to march against this tyrant hill and go with them. I agree. I don't believe we have enough forces with the four of us.
No, it will take if the people who are in settlements wish to be freed, then they have to learn to fight for their freedom.
But how do they know of any hope?
They don't, and they need leaders. Because some of them are not fighters, but there are probably old fighters among them. It has to wait. It can't be done all in a day.
No, it cannot. So let's move on. I can hear horses in the distance. I believe they heard the combat from the hill. We need to move off the path.
Can I?
And he
listen
turns to
the
Thror
roar
and
of the
said,
earth
"You can do that."
and hear, because that helps me hear like sort of how many and what direction they're coming from. Blah blah blah. So I do that.
Sure.
I've done
A
that.
dozen men on horses are coming.
But what about the weight of the horses? They're not. It's not a riding party. Is it like? Are they war horses? So that
They're war
heavier and
horses.
they're iron shod and
Yes.
stuff. Okay. A dozen war horses, and they're riding towards us
Mm-hmm.
from
Let's
Tyrant's
make haste
Hill.
off the trail.
riding towards us from Tyrant's Hill. We
All right.
just-
Well, I will let us wait, and I will make some elf lights in the woods, because it's a new skill that I have. I'll make some elf lights in the woods and have them go towards that.
draw them away.
You guys look away when I do it, because all mortals that look at it are drawn by that.
Well,
So
we'll go ahead and start.
when I
into
do
the
that,
wood.
I will force lights off into the woods and basically cause them to be astray of their path and give the children more time to escape should they be going their way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Describe it. Describe what it's like.
All right, so so when they come up, I start producing some flames of torches out in the woods that looks like kind of men moving with swords and stuff like that off into the distance, and to try to beckon them towards them like it's calling for battle. And then every time because they're mortals, they'll be drawn towards this light, and every time they try to move towards it, I'll try to move it further away from them to drive them deeper and deeper into the woods till they're as far off of the path that they can be, so they're almost kind of lost within the woods, dazzled by these lights, like they're chasing some war hunting party, but small enough that they think they could take it, and that's the dazzling part of it, the allure that they're more powerful than these footmen since they're on horses.
Excellent. And that's what happens.
If you want to counter it,
No,
no, don't tell them. All right.
he said that's what happens.
That's what happens.
Why?
These aren't the
Do you
brightest
want
guys.
to give him a hook back?
No.
Everybody named Mike gives the GM help, right? Is that it? Because our friend Mike Nowicki is always like, something's completed, and he's always like, well, doesn't she have to make a save to see if she's still burning or blah blah blah? And it's like, thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Right. I guess we should choose our points of focus. It's kind of, I mean, I would choose Loreth anyways. So.
Okay.
Points of focus.
Yeah, fellowship focus.
Oh.
If that you get hope back if they don't take a wound during the session, or you lose hope if they do take a wound during the session.
Well, then I choose Radagast.
No, it has to be the fellowship.
Okay.
Well, Loreth, you're the only one that can. I basically chose to take. I knew what was going to happen. I chose to take the loss of hope. So you basically get Thror. So you got to protect him from getting any damage.
You never want to bet on me because I always take damage.
Yeah, but it's only if you've been wounded. So no one's been wounded yet. We've just been endurance loss.
Wounded or any damage?
Wounded.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. I
Yeah.
wounded. Okay.
No, I'll do Elebrimborn. That's fine.
I'll get through.
Okay.
So.
So I need a roll for you.
Since
Do
he
you
expressed
lead them
so much
off
love
the
for me
trail?
today.
And how are you guys going to navigate your way through the woods?
Well, Radagast knows the way, right?
Nah, he's kind of
I can
on you around at
I
this
can do
point.
a travel roll.
Well, I have.
Or do you want to do do we need to do explore or just travel?
Explore.
Explore? Well then that's probably you, Elebrimborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no pips in that. So.
Oh,
Do you have explore?
I have 2.
Yes, and I have Lore of Arnor, so I would probably know where it is, more or less.
Okay.
So I probably should have picked some other skill. I don't know what the skills.
I would have you roll explore still.
Okay.
I got a 3 in travel.
Loreth has explore.
Okay. So she can do explore and hunting, and you've got lookout for awareness.
Is that what it is?
11.
Awareness. Okay.
I think
Well,
for
you want to
lookout.
spend a
Yeah.
point of hope? You want to spend a point of the fellowship hope?
Yeah, you can use a fellowship
Okay.
point so we can get away.
Use a
just
fellowship
got
point?
to
Okay.
nearly
So you
that,
find
but-
a
yeah.
path that leads out from there, and you come up from behind, and you see several. It looks like a fence, but there are weird things on top of the fence up there.
Such as awareness.
They're odd,
Like
rounded objects,
heads.
and there seems to be a lot of
Goo dripping
flies around them.
Oh. Ah.
Hmm.
What kind of heads are they?
You're looking at them from behind.
Okay.
They look
Awareness?
human. You don't need to make an awareness. You can just say that you're going around to look.
Well, yeah, carefully and stealthily.
So make a stealth roll.
What did I say? Not that beautiful. 8.
8. Okay. The mother of the child that was dragged in that when last time you were in when you were in Tyrant's Hill, who was promised a job as a wash lady. Her head is on a pike.
And what about the other one?
You don't recognize them, but there's equal men and women decapitated and heads stuck on pikes with a message on there that says, "Dare to speak out against Mogrid, the just."
So, Mogrid is connected to Dol Guldur.
No?
I thought you said there's a fence around.
There's like, it looks like a fence. So many heads
Okay,
that you come up on.
but it's
But it's not attached to Tyrant Hill or anything.
No, it's not.
just
It's
on
out.
the way.
It's out overlooking the road.
I thought you said it was near Dol Guldur.
No.
Okay, that's what
It's en
you
route
said
down
come
there,
up
so
behind it. I thought you meant it. Dol
No,
Guldur.
it's on the outskirts
Okay.
of the property of Tyrant's Hill.
Okay.
To
I
which
say a
you had
prayer.
blew your stealth, and there are a couple guards there that said, "Halt there!" And they released their hounds to go after you. There are 2 guards out there, and you blew your stealth.
Uh-oh.
So I just went up alone. Good. Hopefully you guys are still hiding.
They released the savage hounds on you.
Savage hounds.
8.
Chestnut. Where's Chestnut? I want our nasty squirrels. They'll just take them right away.
23
Radagast,
will hit
get some
you.
squirrels out.
That is 7 points of damage. As a hound tears into your leg.
I thought that was a great idea.
It's an excellent idea.
We wanted Radagast to throw a squirrel out there.
Radagast,
Do anything with the hounds for me?
well, this is, he's not over there. He's over with the others.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
He sees this, and he summons a bear that leaps down and grabs the hound and shakes it viciously through there. To which the guards start running after the bear, trying to attack it.
So then.
It's
bear
the whiskey
backs up to
drinking
me.
bear.
Can I shoot them with arrows?
You can shoot them with arrows.
Good. So as they're running away, I will shoot them with arrows. Come on. 12.
12 hits.
That's 5.
5 points of damage. Okay.
Can I do it again?
What do the others want to do?
Well, if I can get an opening volley, I'll do that.
Okay. Lorif's already hit one. There's another one that's out there attacking the bear.
All right. I will
All right, I'll
attack the
attack
one
the
that's on
one
the bear.
I'll attack the one that's attacking Lorith.
I'll take the one on the bear.
They're both attacking the bear. Lorith is the one who attacked the other with an arrow.
And the dog is probably kind of shaken and trying
The
to
dog
run
is
away.
is his own problems.
Yeah, okay.
Are you-
All right, then. I'll attack the one that's attacking the bear, then the other one.
Okay.
Help the bear. So I got a 19 and and that one was with a Tengu, and the second roll is 18 with 2 Tengus.
All right.
So that'd be a total of 25 damage.
You take that guy out in 2 arrows.
All right.
Right in the
I
back.
drive 2 arrows, one up each nostril of the dog, straight into its brain.
Thor, what do you do?
I'll take the other one then. That is a Gandalf with 2 Tengus.
Nice.
Wow.
I guess he's not going to do too well. Okay. He's already got 5 damage.
How much damage is that?
Well, first injury is 18, and then damage is at least
He's already got 5.
well 22 damage.
He is killed instantly as his neck shatters as you hit him in the head with your mattock.
Sorry, I was trying for a squirrel.
And the bear basically shakes the dog loose, and it runs back down the path toward Tyrant's Hill.
All right, I'm gonna go
The dog.
after the guards.
Same here.
The guards are
Okay.
just lying there. You killed the guards.
Oh, they're already
Yeah.
dead.
They're gone.
Okay.
So we can go on, right? I'm sure the other dog ran off after it saw the bear.
So we probably need to hide the evidence of these guys, try and cover up their bodies so they're not easily found. We don't want people to know we came this way.
Yeah.
Well, I look around to see if there's any captors or children or anyone else around here,
They're
presence of
probably
life or in camp. Why are these two guys here with just two dogs in the middle of nowhere? They're not just there guarding heads.
The road, right?
Make an awareness roll.
I'll do that too. Before I stop the bleeding.
12 with a Tengu.
There's this is a crossroads here, and it looks like it's probably the edge of their domain.
17.
They're basically guarding the edge of their territory.
So we need to drag them off and hide them under the brambles or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. My idea is we cut their heads off. We take off the heads of the other people.
I was thinking about that too, actually.
And put the two heads of these guards up here with their dogs.
Yeah.
Well, their dogs are probably pretty much gone. They probably ran off.
Yeah, the dogs ran off.
Well, not the one I killed.
Oh, you killed
Yeah,
one.
you
That's
did kill one.
That's true, but it's a dog. It's a slave to these people.
I think that's dinner tonight.
I feel.
Well, you don't eat the head, do you?
No.
You don't eat the head in your recipes.
I don't know. Scramble up some dog brain. I
did
don't know.
feel like I should bury the head of that poor woman, but we
Yes, I think
don't
we
want to
should.
take too much time either. Can we
I
get
agree
this all
with
done
you.
in
I
like
think
half
we
an
should
hour?
take down the head. I want to say a prayer for the son of this. Say a prayer for the son of this woman that he is safe. I agree with you. I think we should honor these people whose heads have been up there and take them down and bury them.
Yes. We'll do it quick.
Maybe I'll start.
Maybe
I can
Radagast
dig-
can
I
get
can
the
We
dig
hole.
can
a
ask
hole past
Radagast
with
to get
my
some
mattock.
like burrowing animals to dig holes
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Sure. He has no
And,
problem having a couple moles appear. It's burrowing. Some graves.
We're gonna make
little
the
graves.
tracks look like we went off in one direction while we go in the other.
Make a stealth roll.
Somebody have great stealth? I only have 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay.
2 and
Same here. I'll go. Oh, not so good. 7.
I got a 15.
To make a false trail.
Oh,
What'd you get, Mike?
15.
15. That's
Nice.
good enough. You've kind of fixed Thor's mistakes on the false trail and make it pretty clean.
And I want to change the writing on the wall to, leave the Mordred up there, but, follow Mordred and meet the same fate.
So you've declared war on Mordred, okay?
Yeah, well, I think we've already done that. So
yeah.
I think when we left him disgusted in his actions, but did not feel like at that point that we should try
Yeah,
to
we had
topple
other
him.
things.
But
We were on a mission. We had to finish it. We did what we could, and we had to bring back the info. And
all right, then we move on.
Okay. You move on. You get your hope back in hit points loss.
really, all my hope?
No.
No, I don't understand.
You get endurance equal to your heart skill.
Okay, so that's 3.
So south of the Tyrant's Hill, the journey changes dramatically. You're now in the haunted woods of southern Mirkwood, where the shadow lies heavily on the forest. And even in midsummer, these woods are slimy and dank and foul. The journey to the edge of Mirkwood covers 60 miles, takes 10 days, and even Radagast, you hear him start to wheeze from the dank air. Suffering from oppressing gloom and noxious vapors that rise in the morning and start to dissipate only by midday.
Smells like fresh mountain air. Under mountain air.
Make 2 travel tests for me at
Okay.
TN 18.
18. First one is
You gonna make
good.
a travel test, Mickey?
Oh, travel. Sorry.
19. 19. Ooh. So I got a 19 and a 17.
Okay, you lose 2 points of endurance.
One
Okay.
travel thing or 2?
2.
Okay.
I got a 20 and a 22 with a Tengu.
You're going nice and strong.
I got a 9.
You lose 2 points of endurance.
And I got a Gandalf, a Tengu, and a 4.
So that's a success.
Okay. So how many points?
You
of
lose 2
endurance?
points of endurance from exhaustion
So
from the
that's-
traveler.
Not damage, but just straight up endurance loss.
Yeah.
Ella Brimborn, I think we're forgetting our song. Didn't we get something with a song that helps us?
Yeah,
too?
I have a travel song. You can add 2 success dice to any roll.
So you have to decide before you roll which ones you're going to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next time.
Next time I'll sing. What the Elven Cloak, what, lets us re-roll the skill dice?
The
Right.
feet die. You roll
Feet
2
dice.
feet die and take the highest.
As we travel, can I heal myself?
At night, every night, it takes 10 days. You heal 2 points back. So after the 10 days, you get 20 back.
I have 3 points of damage.
So that's healed.
Okay.
Except for the 2 that you lose from the fatigue, which doesn't come back.
That's endurance. I'm talking
Right.
just straight up damage.
Right.
And we still have
Damage is
cordial
endurance.
left too. So if we get low, you can have a sip of cordial.
At once in the marshes, Radagast says, "The castle of Friend Penbridge is a short distance to the east. I believe you have been there before."
Penbridge, wasn't he the bad guy?
That's where you found Morgred's brother lying in front of.
Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, it leads to a natural bridge that leads directly across to Dol Guldur. However, we risk running into a lot of orcs by going through there. Or we could take our chances going through the swampy marshes and cut through there to Dol Guldur. What do you want to do?
I'll slay an orc any day.
Yeah, I'll go against the orcs. What does Lorith want to do?
Mary, what do you want to do? She stepped out for a sec.
I don't know what the deal is. You know I hates it when we play a long game.
Do you want to go in through the marshes to Dol Guldur, or do you want to cut through Fenbridge Castle, which is orc infested, and take the over a bridge that reaches over the marshes to there?
Okay, so we're either fighting mosquitoes and possibly slimy things in the water or a bunch of orcs. I'll take the mosquitoes.
2 orcs versus mosquitoes. Radagast, which do you prefer?
I think that over through the castle would be the smarter move.
Really? Well, you would know. I guess. Why
Okay.
would it be?
The castle it is.
Just asking.
Because there are foul things that lie in the murk out there that you can't see.
Okay. Fair enough. If it's worse than midges and mosquitoes, then I have your right.
I sing the rhyme of lore of the what was it, the muck dwellers or the
mud dwellers? Yeah.
Pod people?
Well, those creatures that had Legolavin below. I'll find it.
The marsh dwellers.
Marsh dwellers.
You enter Fenbridge Castle, and this is what you see.
Looks familiar.
Yeah, we've been here before. So you're saying there's a route through the castle, go through the castle they'll take us to the other side.
It'll take you to the bridge.
All right. That's the bridge we fought the troll on?
Yeah, we must have been on that bridge.
You don't hate it. He's desperate.
Radagast, if you know the way, do you want to lead or do you want me to lead?
I would take it that it'd be more comfortable if you would lead.
Very good. I will lead, looking for any pits or traps of any type that we may not have triggered the last time.
Yep. Move to where you want to go and make an awareness roll.
Who's gonna lead?
Assuming we're going towards the fallen statue.
That leads to a cave-in.
Oh, okay. So this way.
Okay. You approach to this flooded area of the swamp that leads to a closed door.
Okay. And my awareness is a 15.
You do not find any traps. It's all pretty open.
Okay.
But you find evidence that spiders have been enjoying this area.
Be on the lookout for spiders. I'll strike up a torch. Does anybody want to carry the torch?
Sure. Ella Brimborn will carry it.
Okay. And I'll keep heading down. Keep looking for traps. Let me know when you want me to roll.
Sure.
What do we do?
You're moving down through the castle, doing a little dungeon crawl.
Okay. Sorry, the cat's getting restless.
Come to the door. Is that a door?
That's a door.
All right. I will test the door.
It is a little stuck. Make an athletics check.
All right. Athletics. 15.
15. You get it to open. A huge smell of rot and decay and mold comes flooding into you, overwhelming your senses.
What kind of mold and rotten decay? Like of green stuff or of like rotting dead meat things?
Both.
Ugh. Let's not go down that path.
Okay, I'll cover my nose with my arm from the stench and carry forward, keeping awareness up.
Okay, making another awareness.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie a bandana around my nose to cover my mouth and nose.
Ah, good. Tengu, and that's a 16.
No traps.
Okay.
You're not finding any orcs around. Again, it seems like that you're still in an area where there's sufficient light coming in from the outside, despite the best efforts of the forest to cut off light from Fenbridge.
Okay.
Well,
I draw my sword in one hand and torch in the other.
Okay. Do I see anything down above me? Yeah, there we go.
See.
Okay. And I'll keep advancing and looking for debris and what have you. And is that the bridge in front of me there? I guess so. I'll keep advancing and looking for traps.
All right, go on a little bit further before you make a trap. All right, you can make an awareness check.
Okay.
You found a dragon.
A dragon.
All right, got a 9, 14, 18. No tengus.
No traps in this area.
Okay. I'll advance.
Yep.
Does it look more sound on the left?
It looks
right,
like this is a small bridge that reaches over the swamp a little bit, but it goes to another part of the castle. If you remember, part of the castle has sunk into the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
So parts of it are buried underneath.
Is it still dark here or no?
Mm-hmm. Radagast casts light on his staff.
Okay, because I was going to extinguish the torch if it wasn't dark, but...
Okay.
Oh, it's dark. Then you coming out here, you're in the forest, out in the open, crossing over the marshes, going between different sections of the castle. A lot of the levels of the castle, this is like the catwalk. And the rest of the castle here is beneath you, sunk into the water.
Okay.
I sheath my sword and pull out my bow and put an arrow in it.
Yep.
Okay. I'll keep looking for traps and making my way across the bridge.
No traps.
Okay.
You get
Do I
to a
see
door.
Anything from here? Oh, that's a door. Okay.
Actually, I'll have my spear at the
And I will test the door.
since he's got the bow.
Test the door, and it opens up fairly easy into a crypt here.
All right. So I will check coming in. Do I sense anything or see anything?
You see that there are no walls to this part of the castle, that it's completely crumbled away, and all that remains is a bridge that reaches over to where there is a large statue of a troll and a throne over here in this makeshift throne room.
All right. I think that was the bridge we fought the troll on, if I recall. Okay, I'll keep.
I believe you are.
This is kind of a dead end.
Okay.
Can you answer my question?
What?
Is it all covered with ages of dust, or has it been cleaned off and look like it's in use or something?
It's covered with slime and stuff from the swamp. That it's basically stone foundation that's just barely jutting out of the swamp.
Okay.
There's no walls or ceiling in this area.
Yeah, you don't get what I'm asking. I'm asking if it's like that. There's been,
there are cobwebs and things that are in there, but it's been used a bit. You've had a fight even in this area before, so it's been occupied so that it's not as dusty.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not as dusty, so I can tell it's been occupied. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
Are we aware of where the bridge is that we're seeking, or we never encountered it? We think it's hidden or something like that.
You think you encountered it going back lower. You think you've gone might have overshot.
Oh, okay. So
you want to walk on out onto the platform and look out from the throne area and try to find it?
From what, this area?
No, from this area.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'll let Thor go first.
I'll step out and peek over the edge. Find out how far do I have to go down?
He's
looking
in the room.
Oh, in the room? Oh, down there. Okay. All right. I'm looking for, any instability in the bridge, and
there seems to be a. There's a wall over here going around here. There's a wall down here, but you do see that there is a bridge over here that leads into another room.
Sorry, I don't think I see that.
South, near the bottom.
Just gotta make the map smaller, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So we need to go back and down. Okay. So let's head back. So we're going to go back down by Lorith and then go to her right? Is that
Yep,
what
and
we need
from
to
here you can see into
Okay.
this room, which was a torturer's chamber. There are rotting bodies still strapped to the rack, abandoned for years,
Mm-hmm.
as well as multiple levels of fungus and moss that's grown around the bloodstains.
Okay. Looking for any traps or what have you. I'll go up around.
It's also partly flooded a little bit with mud down here. Radagast is stepping through the mud.
Okay.
There's a doorway that leads out that you can see through that goes out to here.
I can't tell. Do we go up here? Okay.
Yep.
Great. Okay.
It looks like the floor has sunken in, and in here it drops down about 20 feet into mud.
Okay.
The floor is collapsed.
Ella Brimborn, do you want to tie a rope around yourself and make your way around? And
Sure.
we'll follow you with the ropes. We'll tie each other off so we can
So I
rescue
put
one
my
another.
bow and arrow away.
Yeah.
So my hands are free.
How far across is it?
It's...
We should probably all be together if we're
Well,
all
30
tied
feet.
together.
Oh, that's pretty. So if we tie a couple of ropes, we can walk on one and hold the other with our.
Yeah, I just thought we were all kind of tied off to each other, and you know, at least one or two of us can try and catch the others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your planning's fine. You don't need to make
Still,
any rolls.
still looking for awareness, of anything.
Hey, you find the bridge. Light comes in from over here, and you see a bunch of orcs standing on the other end, on this end of the bridge.
But do they see us?
Oh, they see you. They're watching you approach.
So I guess my orc hatred is raised up for the event.
You're gonna throw a spear.
Yep.
Lorif does opening volleys by throwing a spear.
How many are there?
Hope on this.
That we see?
I don't have one.
Looks
I
like
have a skill
4
of one.
that we can see right now.
Oh, I didn't know if I was a pillar or orc.
No, they're further on the bridge. You have to go more to the right.
Okay.
Go
Oh,
beyond
okay,
the
way down
pillars.
there.
9.
Gotcha.
You
Oh, I
got a
see him
9?
now. Okay. So again, I'm looking for any weaknesses in the bridge as I'm crossing it.
Bridge looks fine. This area over here drops down about 5 feet over here at this end of the bridge.
Okay. Do the orcs have bows, or do they just have their typical?
They just
axes?
have their typical swords.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
What about
I'll keep approaching.
You missed.
Ella Brimborn shoots 2 arrows at the lead orc.
Okay.
I have a shitty spear skill. I'm gonna have to up it.
That'd be a 20 and a 15.
20 and 15, they both hit.
Okay, 10 total damage
10 total.
on one of the lead orcs.
Should have waited and used it like this.
Or use your bow. Okay, he drops.
I had my spear.
He gets 2 arrows in front of him, and he just slams his fist down, breaking the arrows, and hollers.
Okay. When it's my turn, I want to kind of do the same thing.
Do you have any ranged attack?
No, I was going to be in forward stance and do the intimidate.
Okay, so let's declare stances. You want to be forward? Ella Brimborn, how do you want to be?
Rearward for now.
Rearward? Lorith, how do you want to be?
Open. I can do bow with open, right?
No, only one person can do bow.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'll.
I can switch out.
No, you're better with the bow than I am. I'll be open. With
Okay.
the sword.
You'll be open.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Thor's first.
All right, I will use my Helm of Awe and try to intimidate them on the bridge to flee before the great Thor. All right, very good. 9. So I got a 19 and a Tengu.
19 and a Tengu. How does that work with your helm?
I rolled 2 feet die and take the higher. So I rolled a 5 and a 9, and I took the 9.
Okay, and with on there, that drops against their hate.
Mm-hmm.
They're Craven, so that drops his hate down to 0. Oh no, that drops his hate down to 1. And that drops his down to 1.
Yeah.
Drops his down to 1. So that loses a lot of their hate powers.
Good job.
So now we're close enough to fight them hand to hand.
And now in this round, you can run up to him and engage him.
Okay.
That brings us to Lorith.
Okay. Well, I can't see, but the foremost one is the one I'll run up to, and
there is before you get to the bridge, there is a 5-foot deep pit in front of the bridge. What do? Do you want to climb down into the pit and then climb back up onto the bridge? Do you want to try to run all the way around the thing?
5 foot is a long jump, isn't it?
Well, it's
They can come down.
about 15 feet long. It's 5 feet deep.
Oh, okay. When you said 5 feet, I thought you meant across.
No, it's 5 feet deep and
Well,
15 feet across.
Then I will run around it. Can I get around it?
You can run around it, but that'll be your turn.
Well, if I climbed it, it would be the same thing, yes?
Yeah.
So, there we go.
And make an awareness check for me.
That is 18 with 1 Tengu.
There are orcs in the pit, and there are orcs in the room.
Oh.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't climb.
Nice.
I guess I didn't get into the room far enough. Sorry.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be full of orcs, so it is.
That
Good
brings
job,
it,
Lorith.
but you
Way
can
to-
at
way to
least.
flush 'em
Are you
out,
going to
Lord.
warn everybody?
Oh, yeah. There's more than what you can see. Don't go in the pit.
Ella Brimborn?
They're all over here in the
I will fire at the guy that broke the arrows off his chest.
Okay.
I say, die in peace, my twisted kin. And that's going to be a 20.
Ooh.
20 hits.
Okay, 5 more damage.
5 more damage, and he drops. Radagast on his turn, through the cracks and breaks in the fallen areas of the castle, a whole swarm of butterflies come in, like 1,000 butterflies, and they surround Lorith and lift her over the pit and put her onto the bridge.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
so that I can hit.
On your next turn, you don't
okay.
have to worry about
Okay,
that.
falling and getting hurt by orcs and blah blah blah.
Wow. That was
However, on this turn,
that
the
was
orcs
pretty
can
Radagast.
swarm you.
Yeah. Of course.
3 orcs come at you. Let's see. Their sword is 2. That's an 8. What's your parry?
4.
So that's 9 plus 4 is 13. Not going to make it. Other one goes after you. 10, 13. That's going to hit. And the other one rolls a Gandalf. Bent sword does 4 points of damage to you. These guys come running up to Thor.
Yep.
Four of them.
Whoa.
Not with a 7. Not with a 6. No, I don't think a 14 either does it. What's your parry?
On me, my parry I think is just a 5.
5. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Yep, they got you on that one.
Okay.
That's going to do 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And the ones that are in the pit are not going to stay in the pit, are going to move into a better position, but aren't going to make any attacks. So any change in stances?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
No.
defensive.
Rearward.
You go defensive. What did you say, Mike?
Rearward. I'll stay
Rearward?
rearward.
And I will go balls out.
You're going forward. Okay.
I shout to Radagast to. I'd use the butterflies to fly her back here. Get her out of harm's way.
Fly in there. Fly in the faces of our enemies.
Lorith, you're first. You're surrounded by orcs.
Oh. Slash and burn. By the hidden light of Varda, you will not keep this place.
Oh.
25 with a Tengu.
That hits. Body plus your weapon damage.
That is 15.
15. You killed that guy. Good job.
Sometimes you roll alright. See, I knew it was good taking my longsword up to 4. 4 dice. That
So
was-
you have one guy on you left. Plus the guys in the pit.
Yeah, they'll be coming up soon.
That'll bring us to Thor.
There's always a pit here, isn't there?
All right, I will attack.
It's a collapsing castle, yeah.
I'm gonna hit the one above me there. Very good. I got edge, so 15, 20, 24 with edge. So I need to
24
roll
with
an 18
edge.
for injury.
Their armor is 3D. Force. 15 for edge. 15 to make edge.
I have an 18.
So you have no problem driving the sword through his guts and slaying him.
Okay. Then I prepare for their attacks.
Okay. Elebrimborn.
I am gonna do called shot on the last guy that's on Lorith.
Okay.
And I did get a Tengu, luckily. So my total is 23 to hit with a Tengu.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits with a... Yeah.
So 10 damage, and then he has to do a protection test.
Protection test.
It's a called shot.
Oh, because you got edge. 15, 16.
All right, and I got a 23, I believe.
Okay. And that's down to 2 points of health. As he's got an arrow lodged in his chest, not too far from his heart. Radagast steps forward. And he opens up his jar of leeches and blows into them, and a leech flies through the air and hits each of you.
Oh.
And restores 2 points of endurance.
Nice.
Wait.
Not damage, but endurance. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at full endurance.
Well, damage is taken off of endurance.
Well, okay.
3 orcs on... 2 orcs. Yeah, 3 orcs on Mr. Thor. They go slashing with their blades. 5, 6, 11 doesn't do it. That just misses. Second one swings. 8 misses.
Just keep it separate. And then add it on at the end usually.
That one's gonna hit. That's 4 points of damage.
Alrighty.
To Thor. Orc on you, Lorith.
Yeah.
Goes swinging in.
Which work?
There's one
The
orc
one
left.
with the one with the thing in his chest?
Yep. That's 18 to hit you.
I have a 4 parry.
4 parry plus 6 for forward, so that's 10 was the target number. So that is body attribute plus weapon. That's 7 points of damage. And this door swings open.
Where's the door right me?
The door is 90 degrees away from you, inside the room, and a bunch more orcs come running into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys have bows.
Forgot my orc hatred.
Do you want to change stances?
No, I'll stay defensive.
Yeah, I'll stay in rearward.
Lorith? Yeah, they're in the pit still.
Okay. Well, I mean the ones that came in the room.
Yeah.
You realize I can't see.
Right, they have to run all the way around the pit to get to you.
Okay. All right. So they've got to turn before they.
And it looks like they're archers, so they're going to be firing from
Right,
at
yeah.
you.
Okay. I'm going on that guy. And that is 10, 20, 22 with the Tango.
That hits. You slash at him, cutting into him deep with your sword.
Well,
Body plus damage.
That's another 15 points damage.
15 points damage, and he is down. You have the bridge clear in front of you. Thor.
Okay, I'll attack the one directly in front of me.
Can I go over there?
You could run out across the bridge if you want to leave everybody behind.
13.
Well, I could go a little further. It would take me further away from those guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a 21 to hit, no Tengus.
Okay.
And so my damage is plus Valor now. So 4 plus 10, 14.
14, and you slaughter that guy mercilessly. Elebrimborn?
I'll try to shoot some of the orcs that are in front of Thror.
Okay, there's only one guy standing still in front of Thor.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I rolled Eye of Sauron.
I have Sauron. Okay. They'll come after you in the next round.
All right, and I was gonna move up too.
Sure.
Anyways,
Move yourself
because
on
I
up.
thought I needed to move up to be able to see these guys, right? Because they're
Yeah.
back there. Those guys would be out of my line of sight.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah, so I would move up here anyways.
Okay. This guy is going to try to do a called shot on you. Make you drop your weapon. And he got the Tengu. 19 versus your parry.
19's exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and so it makes you drop your bow.
Okay.
That's what he does. These guys, two of them will fire their bows at Elebrimborn, two will fire at Thor. Archer. Oh. 12 is going to hit. 12 is going to hit.
Oh.
Did Radagast go again?
Not yet.
He didn't. So
You take 8 points of damage, Thor, from the 2 attacks.
I'm in defensive, so
Oh, you're in defensive?
yeah, I've been in defensive the whole time.
Okay. So that is 12 plus, so none of those will hit you.
Okay.
2 of shots at Elebrimborn. $12. Ouch, 22.
That would hit.
That is 10 points of damage.
Ooh.
2
Okay.
6s. 2 Tengus. As they hit you on that. That is their turn. Radagast looks at the guys in front of the door, and a vine reaches up from behind, grabs the this guy by the leg, and pulls him into this room, and another vine slams the door shut.
Oh, very nice.
You want to change stances?
Well,
Nope.
I am.
Elebrimborn's dropped his bow, so if you want to go and be the one to go into rearward, you can.
okay. I'll sweep out my bow.
Plus, you're also far away from the action.
Yeah, but
I'll go
I
to
can shoot
open
into the
stance.
pit, right?
You go to open, you go to rearward. What'd you say?
I can shoot into the pit. Yeah.
Yeah, you can shoot into the pit. Elebrimborn, you're first.
So I swing at the guy that hit me with my long sword.
Okay.
I got a Gandalf.
Nice.
So that'll give me edge, right?
That gives you edge. And I roll 3d for their armor.
Makes up for the Eye of
17.
Sauron, the last
The
one.
17
Yeah.
make it?
Yeah, my injury would be 14, so yes.
So yeah, it made it.
Oh, wait. 16. Yeah.
Just barely made
still.
it.
Yeah, I'm doing it one-handed. I'm using the shield, so.
How much damage does it do?
7. The Gandalf doesn't count for anything extra,
No,
right?
it's just an auto success.
Yeah.
This guy takes 6 points and is down to 6. Okay. That brings us to Thor.
All right. We'll attack the one in front of Elebrimborn. All right, 2 Tengus. That's 7, 12, 19, 20, 21 with 2 Tengus.
Yeah, that hits real well.
He takes 12, 22 plus 4, 26 in damage.
26.
Orc hatred
You smash him, and the floor cracks beneath his feet, and there's a pit where he falls out of the castle.
That's got to be demoralizing for the other side.
So that's the one in front of Elebrimborn.
Yep, all of the guys in front of him are gone.
Okay.
There's just the guys in the pit over here, and the guys up by the door up here.
Some of them are gone.
And Lorith?
Okay, I'm going to shoot to hit the pit. Shoot it into the pit. 9, but with a tango.
Nope, you needed a 12. You fired into there, and you hit this column that was still leaning partially up there that hadn't completely collapsed out. That was Laura. These guys will climb up out of there to engage you next time.
Remember, I went a little bit ways along the bridge.
Yep, you're a little ways along the bridge. And they are just climbing out of the pit, backing you up. These guys are gone. This guy will try to get it. Oh, Radagast. Radagast basically fills the pit of mud with water, and there are some very sharp, some fish with teeth in there now.
Mm.
They got laser beams on them, frickin' laser beams on their heads.
No frickin' laser beams.
Help us find his winding around would be cool, but that's cool.
Are they irritable? At least irritable?
Oh, they're irritable.
Okay. What time is it, dear?
It is 9:58. Okay. So we'll have let's see, 2 of them will fire at Thor. That was a 7. That was horrible. 6 is even worse. 1 shot at Elebrimborn. 8 is not going to hit him.
Are the bowstrings wet?
They're just out of practice.
Well,
This guy comes back into the combat from the other side of the door.
okay. How close is he to me?
He's not close at all to you.
Okay.
There are 2 guys that are pretty close to you.
Okay.
Who wants to change stances?
I'll change to defensive.
You change to defensive.
There's 2 orcs still in front of us, or?
Nope, all the orcs in front of you are dead. There are only orcs in the pit and the archers.
So I need to change.
No, you can still fight rearward if you want.
Okay. Okay.
So, Thor?
Did you change your stance, Elebrimborn?
to defensive.
Defensive. Okay. All right. Then I will go up to these guys here. Guess I'll stop there and I'll attack. Another Tengu, 12, 19, 23 with a Tengu.
23 with the Tengu. Excellent.
So
What's the damage?
16 plus 4, 20 points of damage.
You crush that guy in. You shatter vital organs, and he drops. Ella Brimborn.
I tell Thror, whatever the count is, I start counting how many orcs I've killed.
Me no count.
And
Rush.
yeah, I swing and say, say the next number. Oh, this is pretty awesome. So I swing my sword, and my total is 24, and I got 3 Tengus.
Ooh.
An epic success.
With my long sword, one-handed. So 20 damage.
Describe it. That's an epic success.
I'm just cutting through the guy, and I go up on the side of his ribs on one side, and cut up through his diaphragm, through his heart and lungs, come out on his shoulder up at the top, and then sweep across the other side to lop off his head as that half is falling. And then I shout out to Thror, that's 7 for me.
7, huh?
Man, always keeping a score.
And Lorith, you have 2 guys in front of you.
How close? I can still shoot, right?
You can still shoot. They're about 20 feet away from you.
Okay. Then I want to shoot. Yes. Alright. Oh, I might need some hope with this. Can I use a point of hope?
Sure can.
And what do I do with it?
You add your body to it.
Okay. So that would be 12?
12? That's what you need to hit him.
Okay.
What's your damage?
It is 5.
5 points of damage. Okay. He's down to 7. Put an arrow in his shoulder.
Hopefully it'll slow him down. Okay.
These 2 guys come swinging at you. Radagast has his butterflies come in, and they annoy the guy that you just hit, Lorith, and he falls over the side of the bridge.
Nice.
1 guy is left to fight Lorith. Ten's not gonna hit you. 1 guy moves in on on Thor. 1 guy moves in on
I
Brimborn.
picture them swirling around and around and around and around his head. Just out of reach of his eyelashes.
15. Nope, not gonna hit Thor. Brimborn. Eye of Sauron. Need you to make a protection test.
All right. So what do I got to roll for that?
You roll your armor.
Roll again, Gandalf.
Plus your the little bonuses in there for your headgear.
Yeah. But no feet die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your feet die
Yeah,
too.
your feet die plus the die in
Feet
the
die plus your armor die.
armor.
12 with a Tengu.
12 is exactly what you needed to get.
That's good.
So I just take damage, right?
You got a Tengu on there plus a success. So that's 7 points of damage.
All right, so I'm below half my endurance.
So 1, 2s, and 3s on your 6-sided dice do not count.
Okay.
They're zeros.
Okay, we gotta hustle this up and get some healing done then. So, next round.
That was in Thor. So anybody changing stances?
Nope.
I will go forward now.
You're going to be a little more conservative on that. Okay.
No, I was rearward. I'm going forward.
Oh, you're going forward.
Yes. There's
Okay.
one more guy. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to slice him. Right?
All right, you're first.
And he's close, right?
He's right on you.
Well.
Ooh.
Gandalf. That is 10, 17 and a Gandalf.
Okay, 17, and that hits. Any Tengus?
No, just
Oh.
Gandalf.
It's an auto success. So what's the damage?
No edge.
Oh yeah, the edge. Thank you. $17. That's gonna make it.
What do you mean it's gonna? I don't
17. You got a 17. What's the injury for your weapon?
It would be 17 with the edge.
So he just made it.
Okay, so I'm not sure what you mean here.
Right. He doesn't take an injury. He doesn't take an injury.
But he
doesn't
takes your
take any
damage.
He takes the damage, but he doesn't take an auto kill wound.
Okay. Well, edge and injury are two different things.
Right.
What I don't.
If you roll the edge, he rolls the injury.
Okay, I got it. Okay, actually, the injury here is 18.
Okay, so he didn't make it, so you auto killed him.
See? 18. Haha!
So describe it. That's your big kill.
I killed the other one.
I know, but that's a 1 kill injury, 1 kill thing.
Yeah, and I did that before too. This is like the second time I've killed somebody with 1 hit.
Don't want to describe it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He's looking menacing, and I pull out my sword, and I just slash him in half.
And he falls in one half, goes over one part of the bridge, and the other half goes off the other part of the bridge.
Yes.
Into the swamp, and writhing serpents wrap around the different halves of the body and pull them under.
Cool. I'm sure they'll feed well. So, is there anybody else at this moment?
Not up for you.
I'm asking.
There are two guys left here. One for Celebrimbor, one for Thor.
How close?
Right. They're not close to you.
No. How close are they to them?
They're right on
I
him.
just want to know.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Right on him in the middle of the room. So Radagast takes a flower and blows it out into the middle of the room. And the guys in the middle of the room both heal 3 points of endurance.
Oh,
Woohoo!
very nice.
So now you get your 1s and 2s and 3s back.
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm still below half of endurance.
Ah.
The orcs attack.
Probably saved me from dying.
Yeah.
That's an 11 against Celebrimbor. Not gonna.
Oh,
hit.
I didn't get to go that round, did I?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Thor.
Yeah. Did you go, Celebrimbor?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just jumped right in.
Are you in open or are you
Yeah,
in
I was.
defense?
I was.
Or-
It's because you were forward. That's what. Yeah, I guess. I was so used to you going rearward.
Ooh, Gandalf and a Tengu.
All right.
Yeah, they don't even
So injuries 18.
Injuries 18. Let's see what happens. $13, $10, $18, $22.
22. He makes it, so he takes 10 and 10, 20 points of damage.
20 points, that's still enough to slaughter him.
Yeah. Good, good.
One left on Ella Brimborn.
I got 26, and I got edge.
Got edge.
Very
Let's
nice.
roll for that.
So that'll be a 16.
He got a 21.
All right.
Oh.
So that would be 5 damage.
5 damage. He's down to 7 points. He takes a swipe at you.
You already did that.
No, he's the guy went at Thor.
Oh.
And he missed anyhow. And he goes. Radagast goes across there, steps out, and the mud in the pit raises up to catch his feet. Each step he takes, so that he can just walk across the pit. It's like a bridge that for every footstep.
I say to Ella Brimborn, show off.
Right.
It's a good devil wizard on your side, though.
Wonder if he'll teach us that trick.
So do you want to change stances?
Yeah, I want to go forward.
Go forward.
I'll go open then. That way you can go first, Ella Brimborn.
Okay.
He's going away.
He's going forward.
And
So Lorith or
Thor is second.
Ella Brimborn. Thor's going defensive.
I will, since there's no one near me, I guess I could go rearward and shoot with bows.
All right, you go rearward. So Ella Brimborn's first.
All right, I want to try to take him and hit him with my shield and push him into the vicious fish.
Okay.
Is that like a athletics or something, or
Nope, make that a weapon attack.
like a sword
Sort
attack?
of like a melee.
Yeah, it's a sword attack still. It's a melee attack.
But I'm using my shield, you know,
Right.
to push him
You
in.
just need to get one. It's like a called shot, so you need a Tengu success
Need a
on there
Tengu? All right.
to we'll call that, make that work.
That sounds good. No Tengu.
He holds his ground as you shove the shield against him.
Yeah, I got just to give you a total, that would have been 15.
15. Okay, that would hit him. So
Might take damage.
he'll take some damage. We'll
Like
call
dagger
that
damage.
call that 2 damage
Okay.
as he gets full body slammed with that.
I just wanted to take advantage of the fish.
That's fun. Thor.
Okay. I'll.
I'm sorry. Lorith.
Oh, okay.
Rearward.
Rear. Oh yeah, Lorith rearward. So Thor.
Okay. So I'll hit him, and Eye of Sauron. First
Eye
one.
of Sauron. All right, you're gonna be targeted by him.
Okay.
So Lorith, your turn.
All right.
Make
do I
him-
have a shot on
Make him
anybody?
sleep with the fishes.
Do I have a shot?
You move forward, you'll have a shot.
Okay.
You're standing next to Radagast at the edge of the bridge.
Yeah. Okay, that's 18 with the Tengu.
18 with the Tengu, that hits. Roll with body plus damage.
Okay, so that is 13.
13 points of damage, and he falls over backwards into the fish pit.
Yay!
That's a nasty stew down there.
Gandalf looks at you, looks at you and smiles, and he raises a hand, and the ground rises from the fish pit, so that there's a bridge that leads across the pit to the main bridge.
Okay.
All right, run across it.
Yeah.
So we're out of enemies for the moment.
You're out of enemies for the moment.
We may want to take this moment to heal a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ella Bremborn definitely needs to heal.
So you want a sip of the cordial?
How much will that give me back?
So it's your restores to your endurance your favored heart plus 1 die.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Okay. Now what's just after battle? What do you feel?
Your heart.
Endurance? Just your heart. Okay.
See, I can do that alone, and then I won't be, then I won't be disadvantaged at that point. If I just do the heart and save the cordial.
It's up to you, but
I'll
yeah,
just be.
you
I'll
take
just
the
try to
next.
shoot. I'll just try to shoot bow from now
Okay.
until
All
we
right.
fill up more.
Okay.
Roll some more stuff.
That's fine. I'll put it back.
I have only a skill of 2 in healing, but I can do myself.
Okay.
Give it a try.
So I won't be able to go past 10:30 tonight. I'm gonna run out.
We're gonna stop at 10:30.
Okay. Okay,
10.
Connor.
10 doesn't heal you anymore.
Crap.
Yeah. Ooh.
Anybody else got some extra healing? I couldn't heal myself.
I can try to heal you.
I don't have much, but I've got 7. So
I mean, if I don't, nothing gained, nothing ventured.
right.
I get a 4 total.
Nope. It's not meant to be, Lorith.
Oh, what about Radagast?
Radagast.
Can you heal any of us?
A
little bit.
He's used his leeches on you. He's
Okay.
Do you want me
out
to-
a little bit.
Does Thor have damage?
I massage Laura's shoulders, but it really
I
doesn't do
I
anything.
can heal her. Will healing help?
Yeah.
You
can
were
try.
wounded? Okay. All right. I'll roll. So I got what's that? 11. 1 Tengu. Oh, wait a minute. Rolled the wrong die. Let me just re-roll. I rolled 4d6. Okay. All right. So that's good. 9, 8, 17, but no Tengus.
Okay, roll a d6.
Roll a d6, Thor.
Oh, I roll. I'm sorry.
I
A
like
5.
5, you heal 5 points.
Cool. So where is everybody at with healing now? I'm only down 2 points. which
I'm
is
at
not-
negative 10.
Ooh.
I'm down 2 points.
So he tried healing him. Can I try healing him as well?
You can try healing him.
Not that I'm
Yeah,
good.
no one's tried to
Oh,
heal
I can.
me
I
other
can
than
try too.
Radagast.
I'll try. I got 3 in healing. That's good. Tengu with 16, 5, 21, and
Roll a
3,
d6.
20, 24 with a Tengu.
5.
Roll 2d6.
Okay.
Ella Brimborn, you heal 5 back,
Okay, so
For
that's
Laura?
7 back, Ella Brimborn.
and 7 from
Okay.
Thor.
That's good.
7 and 5.
7 and 5.
All right, then I'm up at full. Thank
Okay.
you.
Somebody want to try and heal me? Then I can
yeah.
be up at full.
Yeah, I can try.
I'll let you try first, and then I'll try. After.
I got a 14 with a Tengu.
Okay, that's 2d6.
All right, so that'll be
I'm back to full.
9 damage. 9.
All right.
9 healed.
Okay, I'm good. I'm back to full.
Cool. So you have the long bridge, which is not just a single bridge, but it goes to rock outcroppings, then goes to other bridges, goes out to not too deep areas of the swamps, and it's just a whole zigzagging pattern of keeping you away from the worst of the marshes, leading to the castle, its fortress of, no, not Grayskull, of Dol Guldur. Everybody make a travel roll.
All right. Gandalf with 2 Tengus.
20.
Excellent.
Pretty.
That is 13.
13. Okay. You take 2 points of endurance loss. But at least nobody rode an Eye of Sauron on the trip to Dol Guldur.
Yeah.
Which I've got so many wonderful things that can happen to you. The former fortress of the Necromancer is empty. Oh, let's find the nice description. Oh, wait.
There's no nice description of Dol Guldur. Okay, that's the antithesis of what it's about.
Which is funny because the first sentence is, there is a haunting beauty in ruin. Unlike Barad-dûr, which is a bastion of iron and suffering, Dol Guldur is graceful and pale, like a gibbous moon frozen in stone. The building glimmers with an unearthly, unwholesome light. 6 years have passed. 11 years have passed since the White Council drove the council from the Citadel, and now Dol Guldur is mostly empty and silent. Even when unoccupied, never wholly abandoned. There's always something going on about. And you reach the moat house. The gates of Dol Guldur were forged of black iron and wound around with potent spells, but they were broken open when the wise came. Despite this literal gaping hole in its defenses, the moat house is sturdy and easy to hold. A row of murder holes welcomes you as you pass beneath its gate, and there are numerous concealed arrow slits and murderous traps waiting for you. Make awareness checks.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
12.
18 with a Tengu.
Yep. You find a couple pit traps that have been laid out, and a couple.
19.
Lorith, you find a tripwire that would trigger a huge log filled with spikes to come swinging down at everybody.
Well.
You cross from over the moat, the dead moat. This foul morass surrounds the hill of sorcery on all sides, and the only way across is a narrow stone bridge that leads from the moat house to a matching gatehouse, and hence to the outer courtyard. The moat itself is a muddy hell of stagnant pools, concealed pits, and poisonous fumes, but the greatest danger lurks beneath the surface. You see hands reaching out from down there, the hands of the dead, reaching to try to grab people off of the bridge. Hands of orcs and elves and men uncounted lying here, their pale hands made strong as iron by the unyielding grip of death. And there are large snails too.
Are there any hobbits?
I
Are there any tiny candles down there? Tiny candles.
No tiny candles.
Hey, Radagast, can you call those butterflies and float us over?
You're high enough over where you don't have to worry about it. It's
okay.
But make an athletics check, everybody, to make sure you don't fall in.
That's sick. Sick. All right.
Do I see the headless body of Catelyn Stark? 21.
And the book came out.
You're fine.
I got a 16.
Excellent. You cross successfully over the gripping hands.
Let's see. That's 12, 7. I've got 19 with 2 Tengus.
Excellent. You make it over there and avoid all the hands. Before the necromancer came, the Elven King built wine cellars and treasure vaults beneath his hall. But under Sauron's direction, the underground chambers of Dol Guldur were extended 100-fold. There is more beneath the hill than above it. Endless orc warrens, dungeons where thousands of prisoners suffered, storerooms and barracks and foundries, charnel pits and torture rooms, secret passages and hidden chambers. The dungeons run under the sodden moat and out into the surrounding swamps, so they are extremely damp and fetid. Some regions are flooded, others choked with luminescent mushrooms that spit poisonous spores. And you see many entrances leading into the pits of Dol Guldur as you walk across. And you realize that you are being led toward a place you really don't want to go.
You mean being led?
By Radagast.
Pretty much this whole adventure.
He takes you into the inner courtyard. It was once the garden of the Elven King. 12 dead Malorn trees stand here in a circle, leafless and skeletal. 6 statues were raised among them. 2 near the entrance, 2 at the door leading to the High Keep, and 2 at the Stairs of Woe. Each statue depicts a strange bird-headed figure seated on a hideous throne. Their jeweled eyes glitter as they watch for intruders. Everybody make a Valor test, please.
These are watchers. Crap. Alright, what do we roll?
Your
Just
Valor.
roll dice.
That your
Plus a...
This is a fear test.
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying. So we roll the number
Plus your 12-sided.
Okay.
Awesome. 3 Tengu.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Can I use a point of hope?
Sure.
Because I only got 10.
What do you get by adding your heart to it?
That would be 16.
That's exactly what you need.
Well then.
Ella Brimborn, what do you get?
20.
You make it. You have the will to go.
I'm coming.
You find the willpower to press on.
I see the beauty of the elves in the courtyard and it not disturbed by any tainting of it.
I also have strength as well.
I saved
Okay.
as well, and I'm going to head out, okay?
So do I need
Thanks,
All right,
everybody.
George.
All right,
Wait.
we're just gonna do one more thing before we get stopped. There are stairs that lead to the Hall of the Necromancer. Until the coming of the White Council, only the trusted servants of Sauron and those prisoners who Sauron chose to doom personally ever walked these stairs. Every step is wound around with spells of terror. For every step, the visitor endures a lifetime of pain and suffering. Those who climb the stairs make 3 tests of either wisdom or valor.
Well, wait a minute. Before, we're not just going to go anywhere, wah. I mean, the point was to get here and see what's going on. We don't.
Yep,
we don't need
Radagast
to-
is leading you up to the High Keep. The Hall of the
Radagast.
Necromancer.
Radagast. We don't. Maybe this isn't a good idea to go right in.
This is where we're gonna find it. This is where we're gonna find out what's going on.
Well, yes, but we don't need to necessarily. It's not like we can go into every corner of this place.
No, it's not. We're gonna check the lower level of the Hall of the Necromancer.
Why?
because that's where I believe we'll find what we've come looking for.
Okay. So.
Okay, so the Stairs of Woe. Make 3 Valor or Wisdom tests.
I rolled for Thror. He got a 19, 22, and a 15.
Okay. He gains 3 points of shadow.
Can he use anything like his heart or anything like that?
He can use hope on the last one. What's his hope bring him up to?
I don't know what his what is it? His heart score?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what his heart score is, but would that be his favored too, or?
It wouldn't be his favored, no.
No. Just because my heart score is 4, but I don't know what his is.
He needs at least a 5.
Yeah, if he has a 5, then he would make it.
All right, so just write that down, and we'll check when next time at the beginning.
My first one is 17 with the Tengu.
Okay.
She said we could roll wisdom, right? So
Right.
my next one is 19 with the Tengu.
You're doing good on those stairs.
Don't say that. Trying to curse me. And the last one is 13 with the Tengu.
With heart, what would it get you up to?
19.
Not enough. You don't. You get 3 points of shadow.
Why did you have to open your mouth? The GM cursed me.
I
That's
get 3
unfair.
points of shadow too because I rolled a Gandalf, and then I rolled a 14, and if I use a point of hope, it won't help me anyways. And then I got a 20,
19's not enough.
so 3 points of shadow, right?
And we will leave this, yes, at the top of the stairs, looking at the seat of Sauron in Mirkwood, where no living man knows what lies behind the threshold of this place, where even the wizards dared not cross its gate. We will leave it. We will find out what is there next time.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna get you for this, Garrett.
Thank you for watching Threats from Mirkwood. I hope you had a wonderful time, and we will see you next month.